Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We're here, we're live, we're ready to get rocking and rolling. And normally in these international dead zones, it's kind of a bit, wait for the real football to come back. But this week, again, me and Harry Trades are sitting here, my co-pilot, before we get stuck into it, saying it feels like just the drop of a hat. We were here last week, feels like yesterday, but it's been a full week, and here we go. And part of the reason for that is Sorare. We've been rolling out the red carpet, we've been crafting for half, we've had daily missions, we've had all sorts of stuff going on. It's been a really fun week, and we're getting set up for the weekend game week where we've got all the internationals running and MLS is in town. I'm, of course, Quinny, and I'm joined as always by my co-pilot, Harry Trades. Harry, my man, good to see you.
Good to see you, mate. Yeah, happy birthday for the Monday. And yeah,
of course.
I mean, it wasn't great timing, was it? It was set up to be probably the best birthday ever with a victory in the old firm, which somehow wasn't to be. I still can't believe that happened.
Likewise.
But it's one of them where, it means a lot, but it also doesn't in a weird way because you're so far ahead and whatever. But yeah, it's not going to make it any better. But yeah, mate, no, nice to be back with you. And it's been a while, mate, since we've done an international stream, an international deadline stream. So I'm excited. There's a bit of bad blood between me and you with the Predictify, predictions between Scotland and Wales. So that'll be happening. Well, I guess you've already done half of yours, right? Because you've played one game.
Yep, so we've got a head-to-head battle, as it were, with Predictify. I'll go and put the tweet back up because you guys can still get involved in it, I'm sure. But it's me versus Harry on projecting the Scotland and the Wales team. There we go. I'll share the tab and pop it on screen there. Laird, fist bump to you on arrival. Thanks very much for that. Spent 20 seconds building his teams. That means Laird is definitely getting DNPs everywhere, isn't it? But it's you don't need to choose a side, but we all know you're going to choose me. But it's me versus Harry. Who can get the most right predictions? Wales versus Scotland, and then whoever wins will determine what the reward is to one of you guys that gets involved in the competition. All you need to do is like, follow, retweet, all that good stuff. All the details are here for @predictify.com, who power all of our lineup projections here on the Deadline Show as well. But you're right, Harry, I had my first try at it, and it's good fun, isn't it, predicting the team on Predictify? It's a fun wee kind of thing to do. I got 10 out of 11.
Did you really? Yeah, I'm up against
under the cosh, Harry. You're under the cosh.
I am because, I mentioned to you tonight, the Wales goalkeeper situation is obviously tricky. So I'm almost like a man down as it is, like as far as like confident goes. It's a legit 50-50. I've had to go 60-40 on Predictify just because if I go 50-50, I can't get a point, can I really? So it's genuinely a complete toss-up. So I feel pressure, to be honest. Now that I didn't know you did 10 out of 11 already. So yeah, that's me finished, I think.
I was close but no cigar. I had Tierney in and he didn't play, but they played Lewis Ferguson instead, and it was 4-2-3-1. I thought with Tierney coming back in, they'd went back to the back three that we've seen at the Euros, but he just kept Tierney on the bench. And Tierney came onto the pitch for, I forget who it was, but it was like it was maybe Lewis Ferguson he came on for, and then like he didn't really have a position, Tierney. He was just kind of
everywhere.
He was just kind of defending and tackling and maybe doing a bit of running and whatever. So it was a funny one, to say the least. But yeah, 10 out of 11 for me. Good start.
That's good going, mate. Good
but we were chatting about Select Your Target, which was actually quite fun this midweek for international period. We had Select Your Target to try and get some big essence. I went with 2 lineups. I went with 2 top targets. I seen your video, Harry. I know you were a top target kid as well. How did you get on?
Mate, bitterly close, to be honest. I'm never somebody that likes to risk the top target thing, but I just thought, I have a couple of good players that aren't, don't have the highest of L15s in fair enough spots, like the Portugal game, despite being away. And I thought, let's just go for it, 450, and I've come stupidly close with Captain Kimmich, 100, and Ciso was late to play. And yeah, obviously your boys dismantling the Tsimikas clean sheet, and then Rasmus Højlund doing the same to Portugal. So I think I've done quite well to score that high, considering like not a clean sheet in sight, but at the same time, like just give me 4 points, man.
Proper pain that.
Do you know what I mean? Like I've never won any like essence from like a Select Your Target before, just because one, I probably haven't just gone for them outside of international breaks, kind of, or two, I never really had the players to do it, but yeah, just so close. I think it's 100 as well, isn't it, up for grabs?
Yeah, top target's 100.
And is that like 200 right now or no?
Oh, well, you wouldn't get it paid out till tonight, and the promotion ends in the next
I
hour
was
or two, doesn't it?
got you. Okay, fair enough. So I'm not as butthurt. That's a tier 3 plus, basically, isn't it? Yeah, still got nothing else. I had a couple of under 23 lineups that died because Savio didn't start. The one time I don't play Rodrigo and Vinny together, it fucking backfires. I was like, you know what? I'm back in Savio. Fucking João Pedro starts out of nowhere. So yeah, you just can't win. But like Zabanier, Goal, Trubin don't start. It was just a bit of a hot mess, mate, to be honest. What about yourself?
Well, I had the potential to hit it across two teams. This was the first team. Mitov absolutely shat the bed. I don't know what happened with him, but he's projected to start the next game. But he got error led to go and get subbed off at half time.
Oh my God. Wow.
Only played 45 minutes, but he was projected to play the next game. So I thought, is that an injury? Did they do that shit? Why did they come off at 45? I still don't know. But De Bruyne, I said when I bought this in season, Harry, I only need 180 plus, and I'll consider it good value for money on in season. It wasn't quite an in season competition, but we got one good De Bruyne score. We got Martin Boyle with an early penalty score against Indonesia, and I thought, oh, I'm on my way here. But Captain Depay, Tierney off the bench, and Mitov meant I was 154 points away, which seems quite harsh. But this team, Harry boy, 90 points clear. Captain Rafi, double decisive. Craig Gordon on the cleanie. And my Japan boys just let me down big time. So if I'd maybe put in like Boyle and De Bruyne into here, instead of these two jokers, we would have been cruising.
Yeah, but wasn't there a points cap though? I'm not saying you couldn't do that, but I'm just saying like in general.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. There's no point because Rafinha's a top guy.
No, there was a points cap because that's why I played like I'm sure there was. I thought it was 250.
Do we have rules? No, it wasn't cap or anything, mate.
Really?
I don't think it was. Yeah, I don't think so.
I would have played way better players than. I'm almost. Maybe I'm wrong.
There may have been an L15 over 50 thing, or that kind of thing.
No, yeah, you're right. Because Kimmich was in there. No. There was definitely a points cap. I'm saying it now. There was.
Yeah, okay.
Telling you.
Well,
because I couldn't play Modric and Kimmich together. I remember.
I think you're right because I remember Tierney being quite valuable at L15 37.
Yeah,
so
it was
I think you're right.
Because like Costa was below 50. I'm just trying to. Yeah, Diaz the same. 260 Turbo says. Okay, fair enough. I was a little bit off. That's what made it tough, mate. Because you could only fit like one Rafinha in, or one Kimmich or whatever.
Mm-hmm. The super rare one, but I tried to get a 4-man effort on this, and we missed out by 41 points.
Ooh, okay, that's not terrible.
So that was bottom target, and Oyarzabal off the bench.
Smashed your captain.
Yeah, off the bench and everything.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what the fuck? How's he scored 98 off the bench? Or 88, sorry. Mental, mate, yeah. I didn't play in Super. I played All Star in fairness, but yeah, it was tough. Fun midweek. Obviously, it was basically all yesterday, wasn't it? The games. Mitov injured.
He's projected to play the next game. I kind of shuffled him to play maybe, but low priority for me. But as we come into this game week, we've got all the international stuff going on, but everyone's favourite league, MLS, is still running on. So we've got essentially like a proper game week for anyone that's MLS involved. And that's where we're going to start the game week preview, the deadline show today. So we'll go through MLS and we'll go through internationals as well. Looking at the matchups tab here with Harry Boy, all the homes.
Shock horror, right? Shock horror. Mate, this has changed though. I'm just thinking now, I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive Nashville were top yesterday. So the odds have changed because when I did my Road to Glory yesterday, Nashville were definitely top. But the Red Bulls have just pipped them by 3%, to be fair, which is quite a lot in the MLS. We say, nothing above 60 normally is kind of the cutoff, it seems. And yeah, we're just on that flat 60 there for the Red Bulls. But in fairness, it makes sense, right? They're not really missing anyone. Like Forsberg didn't go, Choupo-Moting doesn't go. None of their sort of DPs go. I know Lewis Hall is injured. The keeper's the one, yeah, but not like he's a very good keeper. I'm not going to doubt that, but I think they should be solid enough to, to nullify a really poor Toronto side. Nashville the same. They don't lose anyone really either. Hanny doesn't go, Zimmerman doesn't go. Very, quite similar position there. Charlotte, that's the thing this week. It's like all about who doesn't go, basically. That's kind of how you're going to see your, not lopsided to the degree of like the win percentage, but as far as like the 11 on the pitch, some of them will be depleted and some won't. And a lot of them are keepers, fair enough, but there is a few outfielders, like for example, Buanga isn't playing for LA. There's a few star men that aren't going to be playing. I don't think Inter Miami play this weekend, so that doesn't matter for Messi, regardless. But yeah, it's just like a weird. I called it in my Road to Glory. It's a diluted MLS for a weekend, right? Like that's basically what we're working with.
Yeah.
Mate, the amount of the timing on Nep's fucking goalkeeper thing is just hilariously amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
Like last week, obviously Jimmy Mauer coming in for Tarbo's done his ACL, and then obviously Ben Lund coming in for Berkey. It's just like it's mental. They're all just fucking falling down one by one. It's insane.
It's definitely a fun strategy to see how it kicks on for sure. And yeah, like there is there's a fair amount of internationals that are out the building, and I think like that kind of levels the playing field a little bit for some of the budget players that are kind of in and around here. There's less DPs to deal with. Home bias is going to be accentuated, you would feel also. And like, yeah, we've seen some interesting stuff already. I think looking at that matchups tab, but like you mentioned, Jimmy Mauer coming back in, no Jack McGlynn as well for Houston. Seattle Sounders should be above 60.
They should be, mate, but like they've started really, really poorly. Not to say this can't change, but I've not liked what I've seen so far. Like they've been done by a few injuries. Areola, not to say he's like a massive player, but you know he's a good squad player. De La Vega's gone again, shock horror. So like you know although they've probably on paper got the best squad overall. If you're looking at 18, 19 players, like 2 or 3 have already dropped out, and like Ferreira hasn't fired yet, and you know, it hasn't clicked. Could this be the game? Absolutely. Like I'm on board with that. I can't dispute that. The one I think that's depleted the most is actually Atlanta United. Like no Almiron, which is massive. You know,
Yeah.
they're missing their best player. You know, and I just think away to Cincy could be tough, even though Denke's out for Cincinnati. No, you wonder what that goes for. That's amazing. That's
Surely
class.
minimum bid.
I'm sure. Gregerson's out as well for Atlanta United. So they're missing, you know, a couple of key pieces, and again, away that does worry me a little bit. Yeah,
I
Morris is
kind of
out.
thought, I'm
Obviously
not
out.
too across everyone's squad, but I thought Vancouver were one of the worst hit by international break. No Brian White, no Kubas,
Yeah,
no Pedro Vite. Gold is out injured.
fair. Yeah.
And I think there's somebody else. So it's like their whole midfield and attack is kind of gone.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, I can't disagree with. Obviously, Gold is injured, but yeah, mate, the rest of them, you're right. Vite's gone, and White as well. Yeah, their firepower's kind. I think even Ali Ahmed's gone with
And
Canada.
Ali
Like I don't.
Ahmed is with
Yeah,
Canada.
Yeah, so like they've literally lost their whole team. So yeah, that's funny you say that, and I can't say that this was the exact reason, but I ended up playing Chris Brady in like my best, my
Good
best
shout.
MLS D1 team. Yeah, not that, like I don't think it's an unbelievable spot, but it's good enough to where I can think he could do something.
Like Chicago could feasibly get a clean sheet there. Like there is no firepower for Vancouver, so
No Chicago
Vancouver only
firepower.
missing Brian Gutierrez, I think. I think everyone else is there.
Yeah, I don't think they have any. Don't think they have any other internationals. To be fair. Yeah.
27 bids on Miller. Love
Degen
that.
City, isn't it?
Love that. And yeah, like you said, there's a few goalkeepers. There's a wee bit of musical chairs going on with number ones and number twos. Orlando, no goalkeeper. Red Bulls, we already mentioned, no goalkeeper. Schulte away with America.
Colorado
Zach
the
Steffen.
same. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Salt
Philly,
Lake are
Andre
losing
Blake.
Luna. Blake's gone. LA
Mentioned Berkey.
Buanga. Berkey. Dallas, I don't think miss a ton apart from Pice. Portland missing their keepers or keeper. LA don't have a ton despite having a few stars. Like I don't think they have anyone really that I can think of that's like really, well renowned internationally. Because even like Mickey Amani doesn't go, does he?
Nah, your man's not been called. Cengiz Under's not been called.
Okay,
Don't really
yeah.
know who else they would have that would be in the frame, really.
I honestly think the Red Bulls fixture is like it does make a lot of sense why that's up there for me. Like it doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out. Like Toronto worst team, New York aren't really depleted outside of the keeper. Like I could see that being, a comfortable win. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to go batter them 4-0 because I don't think the Red Bulls really have that in their locker. But it wouldn't surprise me if they win 2 or 3-0 quite comfortably.
Yeah, I'm fully behind that top four. I'd maybe mix up the order a little bit. And I would say Chicago's my favourite to kind of break the trend there.
Yeah. I say that. Yeah, who's the one? I was going to say Minnesota, but they're losing a couple of players as well. But I say that your Boa's still there. They've still got a few. Does San Diego lose anyone? Like Dreyer doesn't go, does he?
Nah, I don't think they've got anyone to worry about. Unless
Yeah,
they're Paddy
strong.
McNair's away for Northern Ireland or some shit.
True. That could be a shout. Yeah, who would you say is the one that breaks it here? Like I think the Philly one's not terrible. Like I should,
The Philly one's weird because
yeah,
like St. Louis have just been like defensively brilliant, haven't they? The
they
games
really.
I've watched them anyway. In Philly, have been free flowing attack. No Ty Baribo, and they missed somebody else. The goalkeeper we mentioned, but I don't think that there's anyone else of note, is there?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a weird one. I don't really know what I think about that game, quite honestly.
Like no Berkey for St. Louis is massive.
Yeah,
Like he is like he's a very, very, very good MLS keeper at this point. If not top, I'd probably say top two with Kalina quite comfortably. So
yeah, I'd go with that.
not having him against a Philly at home, I know Nashville just turned them over, but they scored like 8 goals in the first 2 games. Gazdag's out. Okay, fair enough. They are missing a couple, but I tell you, could be out. Is Quinn Sullivan out as well?
I don't think he went to America, if that's what you're
Fair enough.
thinking.
I was thinking like 21s or something, but no, maybe he didn't. Fair enough. Yeah, okay.
So San Diego lose McNair and Godoy, who featured
Played
in
again.
the
Yeah.
the victory of Panama over Mopo last night, which, yeah, honestly. I felt bad for Americans when Pochettino was appointed as manager because you know they're going to get their hopes up, and he is, like, I've just got a very low opinion for him. It's just like Klinsmann, but a bit fancier. And I think the Americans are maybe waking up to that slowly but surely. Did you see his interview through the week where he said Donald Trump is going to help us win the World Cup?
No, did he really?
Yeah.
Of course he did.
And yeah, we're getting some more shouts for who the MLS teams are missing thanks to internationals. Live chat is on fire today, guys. Keep it coming, keep it firing in. Of course, there's over 110 of these here already on YouTube. There's a bunches on all the other platforms. We're streaming on Twitch and on Twitter as well. Whenever you're finding the broadcast, please do like, subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff. You'll find all the fantastic content at Harry Trades' channel, linked in the description of the YouTube video as well, of course. But as you guys probably know, if you're here already, Sorare own and control the internet. They love the content me and Harry put out, and they want to see you supporting us. So if they see you here watching this, they know if you've hit that like button or not. And if you don't, you're not going to hit your target. You're going to get DNPs. You're going to pick the wrong captain. You're not going to get any craft luck. And if you open up boxes, there simply will be nothing in them. So help yourself, help the channel, help the show, hit the like button, and get involved in the live chat and let us know about any absentees or any availability intel that, you know, maybe we've not got to yet. Maybe it's just breaking on the timeline. And yeah, let's get stuck into what should be a big game week. Now, we've already kind of mentioned the little Predictify giveaway thing that's on Twitter. Make sure to get involved in that. It's going to be a mystery Welsh or Scottish, probably Scottish, card that's going to be given away at the end of me and Harry's head-to-head. But we'll start and we'll get stuck in with a wee bit of MLS because we're just at that point now where we've kind of looked at the tail of the tape. Let's actually see who's going to be showing up and what we expect to happen in these games here. Cincinnati at home. And yeah, like, they're not missing anyone, are they? Not even Yedlin.
No, Miles Robinson looks like back fit as well. I know he got injured last game, so I guess he's recovered. But yeah, Oriano Evander, even Kubo's half decent. He's obviously not Denki as a 9, but like there's enough there. There's way more than enough to beat Atlanta, I think.
Yeah, Oriano, Evander, Kubo. It feels like they're just kind of greasing the wheels together now, aren't they?
Mate, Evander, like every time I watch him, mate, he's actually ridiculous. Like he's so good as a footballer. Like his brain is working so much faster than everyone else's. Like he's literally on a different wavelength, genuine, like for MLS terms. Like I'm not saying he would have that effect in like, you know, Champions League football maybe. But you know what I'm saying? Like at this level, it's like insane. Like the things he does and how silky he can pull things off is phenomenal. Like it's weirdly good.
It's like MLS the senior.
Yeah, he's just effortless though. Like he's just chewing his chewing gum, sort of dawdling around and just doing things and making them look really, really easy without being like that athletic or anything. Like he's not even like quick or strong or anything like that. You know, it's mental, mate, honestly.
This is the Atlanta team they'll be up against. Like you said, no Almiron, and is there somebody else missing? But
yeah, Gregerson, sorry. Yeah.
Gregerson, yeah.
That's it, though, to be fair. Yeah, mate, I just don't see it. I don't see how Cincinnati lose that.
Yeah, really strong home record. Really strong team overall. And we've got Minnesota at home to LA Galaxy. Sang Bin Jong and Kelvin Yeboah do look to start up top. Alex Smear, the second goalkeeper, comes in for Dane St. Clair. Sanny Dotson, Will Trapp, some familiar names there. Against the Galaxy, who, again, look quite full strength. Yeah, I don't really see any international absentees here. It's just the injury worries that they've had. No under in the depth.
unders like Kenga's under.
Mm-hmm.
He's LAFC.
Oh,
Isn't
LSC. Sorry. I don't know why.
he?
I
Okay.
always think he's a Galaxy. I don't know why I've done that in my head, but I keep doing it. Apologies.
See, Mikiewicz has lost his spot already.
Not surprised. He was absolutely dog shit, wasn't he?
Yeah. Slits, however you pronounce his name, the Polish midfielder. He's out for Atlanta as well. He's a good player.
Oh yes. Let's.
Barkos Slits or something. Yeah.
Charlotte home to the Quakes. This is one that like Charlotte. Actually, Charlotte were quite high on that page, weren't they? Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah,
Yeah, they are
I
quite
said
high.
I agree with that top four. Charlotte's the one. I don't think that should be ahead of Seattle personally, and maybe one or two other ones because I think like San Jose have been the dark horse team already in the early opening matches, and looking at Charlotte, they're missing Abada, they're missing maybe nobody else. I think Kalina's still there,
And Tim Ream.
and Reem. Yeah, I was just thinking the defense looked different. Yeah, so not too many absentees, very strong at home, and all the rest of it. The Quakes are. Joseph is away with Venezuela, I would imagine here. Is this guy suspended? Who is it normally plays here? It's an Argent Lopez
He's out injured for
injured, is
months.
it? No Rodriguez in defence either. Don't know what's happened to him. Oh no, he's out at right back. Sorry, beg your pardon. So yeah, but I think like they've looked pretty handy. They've looked pretty good. And yeah, I don't know why Mark Anthony Kay is not ready to play. But yeah, I wouldn't be too hot on Charlotte, like overly. Like they could, yeah, it's just not a game I would prioritise if you can avoid it. My opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I called it last week. Colorado turned over San Jose away 2-1. And I honestly, man, I don't think they're that good personally. I'm not having them. Like, I think Charlotte win. Not they don't score that many goals, Charlotte, but I'd be shocked if they weren't a clean sheet for Charlotte here. Like,
Really?
yeah, I would genuinely. Yeah. I'm not saying San Jose are rubbish. They're not, but like Charlotte at home are just a joke, mate. Like, I know. Okay, no, Tim Ream does change things a little bit, but I still think they've got enough to keep a clean sheet and probably win there. I need to go sort out the baby. 2 seconds.
Yeah, of course.
I'll be back.
Amal Pellegrino coming in for the start, a little bit of a set piece guy, so a bit of a budget player that might get the start, might be useful to some of you guys out there. We then got Columbus Crew at home to NYC. No Schulte, who's away with America. Amundsen out suspended. And are they missing somebody? I'm not sure they are. I think this looks like the remaining kind of best 11. Columbus been pretty good. Always a really strong squad. For the most part, Farsi and Afson, Camacho and Maria, questionable. There we go. So there's just some other ones down to injury and whatnot as well. Yeah, like decent Columbus team. I fancy NYC to do quite handy. No Alonso Martinez up front will be. It will weaken the side certainly, but the rest of the team is quite projectable, quite predictable, and I think like they're getting into a good stride. Julian Fernandez is going to have a good season this year. I can feel it already. And Bakrar on to start in this one. Could be a good game for him if he's going to have a good game. Second choice goalkeeper, weakened defence, etc. So I wouldn't write NYC off in this one, but certainly an uphill battle for them. Looks at Johnny. The projection here has Shore starting again in midfield with Hack staying in defence. I could really see Hack going back into midfield and Risa coming into defence because I do think away to Columbus, it's saying 60-40, and yeah, I just think against Columbus you maybe want a bit more strength, a bit more physicality from Hack being in midfield and then Risa in turn being in defence. But Shore has been amazing. He's getting lots of plaudits. Definitely a player to watch out for. Wouldn't be surprised if he started, but I think that's more less likely than likely, personally. But yeah, one of the games we had featuring high on the matchups tab here, or our top, we have Toronto. The Red Bulls at home to Toronto, Harry boy, and like you say, no one's missing except for the keeper.
Yeah, they're looking solid. Like there's not like a ton of stars there outside obviously Forsberg and Chupo, but they've got runners, they've got people who work hard and give the ball to the players who can do a bit. It kind of works out. I'm not saying they're the best team in the MLS, but I think this should be too much for Toronto, and on top of that, surely they don't concede. But it's MLS, man. Like anything. I watched the Red Bulls versus Orlando last week, and Orlando, are a very good team offensively, but like there's like one-on-ones. Like Pasalic was one-on-one for like 40 yards. Like he beat the half side offside trap, and he just got like a one. It was just like, what are we doing? Like, it's just, you just never really see that anymore, you know, one-on-ones from that distance type of thing. But you never know, mate. But surely there's a clean sheet and a nice little home victory here.
I would think so. The second choice keeper does add that little bit of wild card element into the equation, doesn't it? But this Toronto team has been minging. Bernadeschi's actually been putting in some good SO5 scores by all accounts, so
Yes, yeah.
there's something. But yeah, it's probably going to be too much for Toronto away, isn't it? Orlando, who we've both watched this season, it feels like, both quite impressed with them on the front foot, but the defence is like, what is going on here, lads? What are we even doing? It looks like Alex Freeman is coming in at right back. Schlegel is still starting, which is just comically hilarious that people pay him to play football. Robin Janssen, Rafael Santos are better, but this Otero guy is a new name to me. He's standing in for Galese, who's away with Peru. The rest of the team is first choice, you know, and the rest of the team is getting a good groove together. So Orlando, it's just a case of, can they outscore the opposition? Can they not give away too many chances? And DC United have got Big Benteke in the building. And was it you that got the Peglo? Or was it someone else?
No,
I seen somebody crafted this guy.
Yeah, someone else, I think.
If it wasn't you, it's probably Nep.
Yeah.
I thought it was you, but
he's been scoring well, hasn't he? I think.
Yeah, looks the part. Looks like he's sneaky Brazilian. But Big Benteke is getting a goal in this one, you think, eh? Easy 60.
Yeah, if there's a chance there, he's probably going to take it, isn't he? I don't know. It's just a little bit a lack of. Pirani's decent and Peglo, obviously, but like Jared Stroud's okay, but not as like, I don't know. They're lacking a bit. I don't know. Herrera's decent from sort of right back and whatever. I don't know. I still struggle to see how they score here. But yeah, if they are going to score, it's through Big Benteke, isn't it? Orlando, though, like you said, defensively they are really bad. like even Janssen, I know he's a skipper in that, but he just looks shaky and old and stiff. And Santos hasn't even been starting. Like, I don't know, just a weird little back four going on there.
Yeah, I fancy Benteke for a cool 60. Wouldn't be surprised if he was double decisive this week. Let me put it like that. Orlando could still win. You know, it
for
could
sure.
Be just
Yeah. 4-2 or something. Yeah. Literally.
You know it. Philly home to St. Louis. You fancied this one, Harry boy. We've got a revenge game for Vasilev. And Harry L is moving into centre back these days. That's an interesting development. Second choice keeper, Andy Rick. Sounds like a comedian, doesn't it? And yeah, Quinn's there. Bedoya's there. Maybe Cavan gets a game in this one.
Ooh, yeah.
And
I mean that Lukic scored a good goal last week. He looks tidy. Lukic. Yeah. Right. Yeah. They're lacking a bit of firepower, obviously, without Paribo, but surely that's enough. Again, I know I keep saying that, but it's got to be Quinn and Wagner.
I'm quite close to buying a Quinn Sullivan. I've seen a wee bit of Philly this year. He looks like a proper player. He looks good.
Yeah. He's on, mate. He's like nicking Wagner's everything, like nicking corners and all sorts. Took a penalty, missed it on the weekend. He's doing a lot.
And then they're against St. Louis, who with like the likes of Chris Durkin, Marcel Hartel, Eddie Lewin. That's a good engine room to come up against a Philly team. You know. Back three's been solid enough, or back five, however you want to think of it. It's just these forwards. Whenever I've watched St. Louis, like Too Short and Klaus, like I know they've got a wee bit of a cult following, but I've just never really watched St. Louis and thought, oh yeah, they've got like Mavericks, you know, workhorses maybe. So this will be an interesting one. I really have got no confidence in predicting this one. I think this Bruno Damiani has made a bit of a wave. I don't know why his name's jumping out to me. I don't know if he scored a goal or just made a debut or something, but I think he's a player to watch for, certainly. Nashville, Montreal, one of the top games. I don't think there's any dispute in this. I think Nashville are like the perfect stack this year, Harry, for like a 4+1 effort. You know, like your Willis, Zimmerman, Haney, Tagseth, and then find a guy somewhere else. I know Surridge did well last week and he can do good, but he's not a guy I think a lot of people will put confidence in the SO5 lineups with, is he?
Definitely not, mate. Yeah. No, it's a good core, isn't it? Like really nice spine, and then like you said, yeah, mix it in with a Messi or whatever it is. You've got a recipe for a nice little MLS, 5 there for sure. And yeah, is Haney? Oh, Haney's a mid. Yeah, you need a forward then, wouldn't you? I guess.
Yep.
Because Haney's a mid, but yeah, no, I like it. There's definitely something going on at Nashville without being like unbelievable. They just seem to grind out good results.
It's quite the thing that I've been kind of like holding against San Diego this year is like I've just seen it too often, and I think any Charlotte or Cincinnati fans will be able to back me up on this, but new franchises just always have hiccups and stuff like that. But the thing with Nashville, for a relatively new franchise, like Nashville are only like 4 or 5 years old. They're not like that old a club.
Hmm.
A lot of these players have been there for a long time. You know, they're
Yeah,
actually quite a settled squad for the most part. So I think it's that they're maybe getting some dividends from at the moment. It's just they've got a bit of cohesion and synergy.
for sure. Yeah, they've all been. I remember watching like when I first came to the US. Like I went to watch Nashville play years ago. I tell you, who was in goal for Cincinnati. It was Nashville versus Cincinnati. Who's the Titan? Titan was in goal for
Yep.
Cincinnati. I'm pretty sure. Like that's how long ago. Nashville have been. I mean, yeah, 4 or 5 years ago. It's just, but yeah, like love it. Zimmerman, they were all there then. Hanny,
Yeah. Alex Moyles and stuff and all
yeah,
these types of guys.
Randall Leal, that type of
Yep.
team. Yeah,
Randall.
funny.
And they're against Montreal, who are quite unrecognisable. I'd maybe say they're kind of the opposite to Columbus. High turnover of squad constantly, and doesn't really feel like they ever improve. Jalen Neal and George Campbell feels like a nice double defence set, but especially with the scores we've seen with Sawa recently.
Mhm.
But it's kind of hard to be excited about Montreal.
I didn't realize. I guess Thing got injured. Did he Waterman? Because he's their best defender outside of Campbell, probably. Like
Yep.
he's a massive miss there. Not to say Neal's not a good player, but yeah, there's actually a defensive stack there, isn't there? Under 23, Campbell, Neal, and Sirois. You could play, double defense with the keeper. But yeah, I'm a bit worried there because no Waterman's massive. Okay, he's with Canada. Fair.
So yeah,
Yeah, that's massive miss.
good one for Nashville. SKC, Harry's favourite team to throw shade on. They're at home to LAFC. Joe, big pools camping goals, a bunch of nobodies, and then Tommy, Garcia, and Shape. That gives me a bit of hope for this team. Joveljic is blowing hot and cold, as ever. But yeah, it's not a vintage side, is it?
It's weird, man. I watched their game against Minnesota last week. Minnesota were like 3-0 up in 60 minutes. I turned it off. Next thing you know, it's 3-all. I was just like, where the hell I didn't see this sporting goal, so I couldn't tell you how it actually went, but I turned it off. I was like, well, that's 3-0. It's done and dusted, away victory and whatever. Definitely wasn't to be.
Tom Halfyard loving a bit of that. They're playing LAFC, who do have Cengiz under. David Martinez, I've been quite impressed with him. He looks quite nippy, quite an exciting guy. Strong defence. We're seeing Eddie Segura coming back in for a bit. And yeah, like this is a strong LAFC. I think they were the highest favoured away team that we had on the list.
Yeah, you're right. 40%.
So for an away side, it's pretty cushy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like under here. I've played him in a couple of lineups. I think, despite it being away, I still think there's going to be goals, and they just leak goals, as we know. So, but yeah, it looks solid, mate. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised there. That could be the away sort of, Lloris 80+ type of goalkeeper, because we see it every week. There's always 2 or 3 keepers in the MLS that play away and they just score really highly because they just take a decent amount of shots and obviously keep a clean sheet. Yeah, he's again, not rocket sciences, not rocket science to work that out, but I do think, yeah, he could be the shout, I think, for the keeper spot for the aways.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Colorado. They are playing the Portland Timbers, and Colorado team looks pretty good. Good form, like you say, winning at San Jose last weekend. Goalkeeper's missing, but otherwise it's a fine squad. Colorado, one of my dark horses at the beginning of the season, and quite consistent in their selection, which is always good for SO5.
Yeah, they've got hard workers and bit of pace, bit of power up front. They've got the makings of a team. 2 seconds again.
Yeah, sure. They're home at the Portland Timbers, who have got Pantemis in goals because Krapau was away with Canada, of course. Your Harry's boy Da Costa, Santi Moreno, all on to play. Felipe Mora keeps on going, keeps on trucking. Decent squad. But yeah, Colorado Timbers, there you go. We've then got RSL at home at Dallas. RSL, my favourite team to throw shade on, probably. One of Harry's favourites, no Diego Luna. Pablo Ruiz is back in the frame, but we see Diego Goncalves, Harry's boy. I'm not familiar with the striker, but this Nelly guy in midfield gets some solid 80. Justin Glad, as we know, is a random defender that can just be the top scoring defender of the game week. So you never really know what to think about RSL, especially when they're at home in Utah. But they're up against Dallas, who have been one of my favourite teams to get, or one of my dark horse teams, probably the better way of saying it. Lucho's in the building, Musa's in the building, Anderson Julio is going to play, as is Sebastian Daboy Leggett, in the engine room here with Ramiro. The back four is kind of fun, but second choice keeper and again Kalodi. So I don't know how to figure this one. I think Dallas have got more firepower than RSL in this one, but Dallas haven't been completely convincing. I think some people are still questioning how good they'll do this year, and this game really probably could go either way, all things being equal. But I back the boy to have a good game in this one. Said legit. My pick for top game of the weekend, MLS wise, Seattle Sounders at home to Houston Dynamo. First choice keeper, check. Back three, first choice, check. And then the midfield spread across here is like maybe missing a little bit just with Areola being out and maybe one or two others or whatever. But having both Rodans, having JP back in town and Rothrock, who I wasn't really too up on, Harry. You were telling me about in pre-season. He's quite an exciting guy. I've caught some glimpses of him. I can see why people like this guy. He's got some character, doesn't he? He's got a bit of flair. Yeah. And then the front three is pretty tidy. Like I see Seattle winning this 3 or 4-0 personally.
Yeah, there's some 80 pluses here. I think Rodan brothers, all the defense are kind of in contention. Rusnak obviously. That Georgie's a really tricky right winger. Rothrock on the other side. Like it's a really good team against a very bad Houston team because of the injuries and absentees like McGlynn. So yeah, that one, not to say it should be higher because it's top 4, but that's the one, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, full team stack on Seattle, it feels like. But they're playing against Houston, who have got big Ponce up front. I mean, Bassett doesn't look that bad. But in the engine room, they've got revenge match juice going on in here with club legend for Seattle Sounders, Nico Ladero, coming back for a game in this one. But with Jimmy Mowrin goals, and look at that back four. Like, he's just, Seattle are just Jesus Ferreira should open his account in this game.
Yeah, surely against a Texan team.
Rival, yeah.
Yeah, surely.
You think so? Surely. The Whitecaps, who I say are my pick for disappointment of the game week, probably, with the amount of players they're missing. No Kubas, no Vite, no Ali Ahmed, no Brian White. Gold is out injured as well. The only kind of thing that's maybe going for Vancouver in this one is it's son versus father, Berhalter versus Berhalter. So there might be a wee Sebastian Berhalter free kick scored from 25 yards or something like that, maybe. Defence is still quite solid, Veselinovic, Blackman, Laborda, Takaoka. They are at home. I wouldn't write them off entirely, but Chicago are getting up the gears over the last couple of matches. They're only missing Brian Gutierrez. Big chance for Zink to stand up and, take some onus here. Bamba's still playing. Kuipers is still playing. I fancy Chicago for an away team.
Yeah, if there's an away team outside of LAFC maybe that isn't a shock, this is probably it. Like you said, they're missing so many players. Vancouver, it's very hard to. But then at the same time, like I can't say I'm shocked if Chicago keep a clean sheet. That just doesn't go. They'll score a couple. They'll score a couple. It's just how many do they concede is the big question here.
Yeah, so definitely one to watch out for. Oh, Gutman is. Oh no, I just got Gutman in. No. What's the deal with Gutman? Somebody's wrote this in French. Or a typo maybe. Midfield between... Yeah. What's the deal with Gutman? There's no way Gutman's not starting. I'll need to deal with that myself later on in the show. And then the last MLS game we've got is Austin at home to San Diego. Austin, again, I don't think they're my favourite team to throw shade on, but they're definitely one of the crap teams, I think, this year. Brandon Vazquez has a bit of a rep. Stuver's a good keeper. Eli Sanchez at centre-back can be a bit of an AA magnet. Brendan Hines-Ica, John Gallagher can be okay. Jader O'Brien can be okay, but it just feels like too meh of a team. They're at home at San Diego, who, new franchise syndrome. I'm always a bit cautious around that, but, Tverskov, Luca Della Torre, Anders Dreyer, Franco Negri, even McVeigh. I think a lot of these guys have been pulling their weight and, they've kind of got together as an 11 quick enough. And I'd maybe put this in third from a away game, pecking order. Gutman is sick. Ill. Chance of playing. No. Interesting. Ill, according to Deke. Interesting. Yes, I'll maybe need to watch out for that then. Bit of a last minute shuffle around. So that is MLS, guys. We've got hot streaks on the go. We've got daily missions as well, which could be fun. Promotion, relegation, in-season classic. There's tons of stuff going on here. Those were the projected 11s for the MLS as we run into this game week. Just before we get Harry back and we jump into the internationals, of course, all the lineup projections are powered by Predictify, of course. But the channel is also sponsored by MFL, the Meta Football League. It's just like Football Manager, if any are unfamiliar with it, but it's an open network experience where everyone you play against is another player, it's another person that runs the club. You're not playing against the game or anything like that. I've had a ton of fun with it. Season 4 has already started. FC Barcelona is kicking and screaming. We're doing great. There's a link pinned in the live chat if you're watching this live on YouTube or anywhere really. It's also in the description of all the videos here on the channel. By clicking on that link, you guarantee yourself the best sign-up bonus possible. You support the Deadline Show, you support me, Quinny 3001, and all the stuff we do here at the channel, of course. And, you know, I'm forever grateful to MFL for sponsoring the content and for anyone that comes and joins me and plays the game as well and has a good bit of fun by clicking on that link, because it does go a long, long way. And, yeah, make sure to check that out. If you have any problems, questions, hiccups, whatever, feel free to reach out and I'll come and sort you out. But never been a better time to get stuck in. Season 4, the prize pools went up by 40%. Everything's been made a lot easier for people to come in and start at the grassroots and work their way up. It's been tons of fun. And yeah, on that note, we'll be switching into internationals now, guys. So internationals, Harry boy, we don't normally get that hyped for. We don't normally get that excited for. But this week we've got Underdog. We've got International Nights, which is 5 in seasons only. Quite a chunky wee pot on the go there. And then we've got some classic all-stars and some other bits and bobs. So there's actually some really difficult strategy decisions this week with some of the international players, like what comp to go for, who will actually have a good game, etc., etc.
Yeah, the tough thing, like, there's a threshold, isn't there, for the in-season stuff, which is nice, but the actual, you know, the points target is pretty hefty, even though I guess it was the same for what this midweek was with the Essence without the points cap. So it's not terrible, but at the same time, like, yeah, it's tough to, you know, gauge it. Players are going to, you know, there's double matchups for England, for example. Who's going to play 2 games? Do you need him to play 2 games? Poland have a double matchup as well, double game week. Sorry, Cyprus, Wales don't. There's a couple there that do. So yeah, it's tough. There's some massive matchups there, as we can see, but yeah, to get the teams right is going to be the toughest thing.
Big time. So, because I've noticed that Japan are like the nth degree of this, but we're seeing it more and more in international football now, where players don't play both matches. You know, like, yeah, if you've got like good competition and strength in positions, you're finding more and more international managers are taking a game to start one, bench one kind of thing. So if you can get the read on that, that can be advantageous. Some of the smaller nations have not got the luxury of doing that, so you kind of luck into maybe less jeopardy in that sense. But yeah, there's a few things going on. We've got Nations League playoffs. We have World Cup qualifiers on the go in Europe, Asia, and South America. So there's a few different flavours of what's kind of slinging around here. For the most part, most of these games will be World Cup qualifiers, but there is, I say, some Nations League playoffs in Europe. The top game there is Montenegro at home to Gibraltar. And there is actually quite a few teams here that have a double game week on their hands. Poland is one. I think Bosnia is one. England have a double game week as well. And is there somebody else I'm forgetting? I'm not too sure. But yeah, plenty of opportunity for the game week to be made or broken, potentially, on some of the randomness that we see in the international break itself. Harry and Baby Trades seem to be a wee bit occupied at the moment. But the second game we've got there is the Czech Republic at home to the Faroes. And again, Czech Republic have got some fun SO5 cards. So if you've got the goalkeepers, Kovar, or if you've got the striker, someone like, who is the striker? Is it Schick? Yeah, like these types of guys, they could be on for quite a good one. Macedonia at home to Liechtenstein. Poland have got two really good games. The first one there you see is Lithuania. England, Albania should be a rout. The England team is going to be one of the harder ones to project, of course. Cyprus, San Marino, we're not worried about. And then we've got Harry's boys, Wales. No excuses for them at home to Kazakhstan. Before we see Norway away to Moldova. Belgium in the second leg against Ukraine. 3-1 down, by the way. Ecuador, Venezuela. Israel, Estonia. Georgia, Armenia. And then France, Croatia. Just at the bottom there before we see Portugal and the Danish. Before Finland, Malta. So, yeah. I think Finland have a double game week as well. There's a few teams that have them. I think Finland has one.
Yep.
And yeah, I just kind of went on Motormouth there, Harry boy, while you were between A and B. So anything you want to add in with international stuff?
Not really, mate. Do we go? Romania have a double game week as well, I think. I don't know whether you
Cool.
said that or not. Yeah, there's a couple of spicy ones in there. It's just getting the team right, hoping they play both. But sometimes you might not need that. Like for Wales, maybe they don't have a double. North Macedonia have a really good matchup, despite having only one game. But it's going to be exciting. But you're going to need to get that captaincy right for this threshold thing. Like with that Kimmich, you need to get 80 plus minimum. I think with your captain to have a sniff at any of these thresholds. Like the Super Rare one's 500 points, which is chunky, isn't it? I know it's bonus and whatever Super is, but still chunky.
Yeah, for sure. It's not going to be easy to hit. One DNP and you're done, or one guy off the bench, you're done. This is a funny one from Dobsy. I've kind of thought about this a few times, Harry. It'd be interesting to see what your thoughts are. But sometimes when we get towards the end of the deadline show, we've got our own actual teams to deal with. But I like the idea of bringing the common game into the show, perhaps as a wee bit of a feature or something we can go head to head against, or maybe against the audience in some way or whatever. So we'll definitely maybe try and flesh that out a wee bit. But yeah, I love the best of Europe. I love the common game. Yeah. Where will we start with the matchups tab? Will we run around Europe since there's a lot, or will we do the kind of remote stuff first and then run into Europe? What do we think?
Yeah, there's not a ton of remote stuff, but I guess you could start with that. Like there's like Morocco, for example, and Ecuador maybe.
Yeah, so we've got one in Africa. Now, there's always a bit of jeopardy with these games. Maybe don't get properly covered and you only get decisives only. So bear that in mind. This kind of thing can happen. Morocco are away to Niger, not at home as is displayed on screen here. This is the team that's expected to play. Most of the household names are expected to start, of course. But yeah, watch out for that. Could be good. Could be a poison chalice. In Japan, in Asia, we've got Japan, who are the first team to qualify for the World Cup outside of the hosts, Canada, Mexico, and America. And they are at home to Saudi Arabia. Now, I was chatting with the guys in the member section yesterday, Harry, about this one. Japan have qualified, really have nothing on the game now. But when it's against Saudi Arabia, one of the other top 5 teams in the region, especially with all the dynamics of what Saudi Arabia are doing at the moment with the Pro League and whatever, I don't think Japan want to lose to Saudi Arabia ever. I think it's like Japan's obviously quite well known stereotypically as pride and honour and represent themselves and whatever. So I didn't see them taking this game lightly. It looks like Matoma and Take will start 2 games in a row on the projection, which is quite rare for Japan, but does happen on occasion. Otherwise, there's quite a lot of rotation in the midfield and the forward areas. Kamada and Daisen both looking to start this, which should be cool. Who, by the way, Daisen and Kamada, I found this out in the last international break, they're besties. So that's fun
really?
they're besties, which is cool for me. So I like both of them as well. But they're on to play together, so hopefully they'll link up for some decisives. Matoma didn't get any in the last game, so he's got catch up to do. And Take got all the decisives in the last game, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was Duan that started over him, but it does look like Take is expected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ito didn't start the midweek, so yeah, hopefully he comes in because he got a DA off the bench, I believe.
Yeah, Minamino started, didn't he?
Someone said in the chat, no threshold in international nights. That is factually incorrect. There is a threshold. This thing. I'm on now. $10,000. Target. Threshold. Might not be the old threshold, but it's a threshold. No matter how you look at it. Well, it literally says per threshold. So I don't know what more you want. I can't do everything, unfortunately. Sorry, I have to do the lifting there.
Maybe Japan rotate the goalkeeper. They had Tane and Osako on the bench for the first game. I wouldn't rule it out, but I wouldn't bank my game week on it. Australia are going away to China. This is the Australia team here who did very well in their first game against Indonesia, winning 5-1, no clean sheet. Very similar lineup again. Seeing Boyle taking penalties in the first game gave me some added confidence to play him this week. South Korea at home to Jordan. Kang didn't start the last game, came off the bench to save them a bit. Not on to start this one again, it seems. Very similar team to the first match.
Kang got injured.
Oh, did he? I didn't even know that. Hwang in the bum, not even on the bench last time out.
Wow.
And then, yeah, some other stuff on the go there. So, yeah, Korea, not as nailed as you'd think. And Indonesia, under the Dutch revolution that they're having there, I've got a projected lineup here with a fair amount of cards in it. No Hilgers, which is always the one I expect to see on this team sheet. But handy little outfit outside of that.
Yeah, I think Hilger started the game in the midweek, but I didn't even realize Dean James. I've got his in-season card. I didn't know he was sort of like, declaring for Indonesia or whatever. Ole Romney scored like an 82, which was nice. I've got his in-season card. He's at Oxford right now. Verdong's been there for a little while. Same for Hay and Pice, obviously. But yeah, they've got something going on there. I'm telling you, something's cooking.
I went to Indonesia. I was talking about this when I Go Fuck Friday recently, but I went to Indonesia for a month a few years ago for like a work thing. It's a bit of a story. I've maybe told you it before, Harry. I won't go into it on this show. But that was one thing I learned when I went there is it's like a huge like Dutch colony, like from back in the day, Indonesia. So it's like, yeah, when the Dutch used to like sail ships and be merchants and all that, like Indonesia was like one of their colonies or whatever. So big Dutch kind of presence in there. Big Buddhist country as well. But yeah, there we go. I've got an Indonesian national team top as well. I should have put that on today.
Yeah, I've heard you mention that before. I can't remember if you showed me it, but you've definitely mentioned
It's like
it.
white with a green. You've seen it for sure.
That was it, yeah.
I've definitely stuck it on before. Maybe I should get a wee Indonesia stack.
Yeah, I mean, I got a little defend. No, I got a goalie. Oh, sorry, yeah, 2 defenders and a forward.
Oh, I've been kicked out here.
Ooh.
There we go. And I went craft aft yesterday, Harry Boy. I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a bit of a spoiler on screen if you didn't. I got pretty lucky. My best, by a distance, my best craft of the season, my first non-tier 5.
I saw it, mate. Yeah, good craft for that. It was 90 out of 100, wasn't it? I think the serial number. I just remember seeing that for some reason. Yeah.
Dutch East Indies. There we go. I knew there was some good stuff. The website is Predictorfy. It's in the banner just below the screen here, predictorfy.com. If you're going to create an account to see all this yourself, please use code Quinny Harry at checkout. It supports me and Harry Trades. Suriname as well. Is that the team in North America that's getting all the Dutch players as well?
Curacao as well, isn't it? I know.
Curacao. I didn't think it was Suriname. Curacao was the one I was thinking of that's got like...
Yeah. They've got like...
Anita and stuff like that. Vernon Anita and all those kind of guys.
What's the 2 brothers? He used to play for Cardiff. One plays for Birmingham. He's been for years. I can't think. Someone will tell me in the chat. But yeah, I can't think of their names. Killer.
Quite a strong defence here for Ecuador. Estupian, Torres, Pacho, Ordonez. That's like decent, you know. Pedro Vite and Caicedo in midfield. Ener Valencia still living his best life up front. And they're taking on Venezuela, who aren't a bad outfit either, by the way.
No.
Big Solomon Rondon, Savarino, Sateldo, my boy Yanghel in midfield. Like, that's a not bad outfit either, you know?
Romo is always a triple A, by the way. I'm sorry, there. Like, no matter when or who he's playing, he's always a triple A. He probably won't be this weekend, when I've said that. But he's always flying high up there on the pick scores.
Aaron Barrow suspended for the holders as well. But yeah, Romo does love a triple A, especially domestically, but can have those random DNPs. And then we've got the first ever Clásico, as it's known around world football. Uruguay against... Oh, no, it's the first... Oh, no. I thought Uruguay, Brazil. Is it Uruguay? Oh, I'm maybe getting myself muddled up now. I think Uruguay, Brazil is a big thing, but I think Uruguay, Argentina is a bit of a thing as well. So correct me if I'm wrong on this one, but I think this is a big one. This is the Uruguay team. I think Valverde's on for a big shift in this one. I was looking at his projections and whatnot for a bit of lineup building last night. A strong team. Bentancur left wing just feels like a comedy show, so let's see how that shakes out. And then against this Argentina team, like, it's all right. It's not that great.
It's no Messi, is it? Yeah, that's the killer, really.
Paredes can't even get in at Roma for them, or wherever he is these days. Enzo's been off the boil.
Yeah.
So much
Simeone
of this team
making
is
his
just...
debut.
Yeah, debut Simeone.
McAllister just had he just found out he's having a baby, I think, or him and his missus. I'm pretty sure I saw that today on the timeline.
There we go. First ever World Cup final. That's what it was. It says a bit of there's a thing here. I'm sure it's Clásico is what they term this as.
Yeah. It was the Bacuna brothers, by the way. Sorry, the Curacao lads.
Leandro Bacuna and what's the other one? I didn't know those brothers. I thought there was only one of them.
Yeah, there's a younger one.
Is there?
Yeah.
But I fancy Valverde to rip this game up. Big performance in midfield. Always gets good AA for Uruguay. Just need to not get booked really and kind of sneak a decisive in there. I think he can. I think he will. And then that'll bring us into Nations League in Europe. So first game we've got here, Georgia, Armenia. Harry, I think this is a great game for the Georgia.
Well, that Derek the Ledge is smashing it, didn't he? Midweek with away to Armenia. It's just a flip fixture now, and Kavic is back, so probably 10-0 if we're judging off the first game. Mamardashvili with an assist. It was an incredible sort of all round performance from an SO5 perspective. But yeah, I can't imagine it's much different. There's no pressure on them to go and smash it because they've just won in the first game, but they'll still probably go and win and do it comfortably.
This is the Armenia team. No Zelarayan, no Mkhitaryan. So, yeah, kind of on the bare bones there. Hungary, did they lose 3-1 to Turkey in the first leg? So, big uphill battle for them in the second. This is how they look to line up. Pretty much as you'd expect. And then Turkey. Ardur Güler maybe starts this one after being benched in the last game, which surprised a lot of the Turks. But otherwise, quite a similar team, quite close to full strength. Iodine, I don't know if he was projected to start, but he played the last game.
Yeah, he scored well as well. Gula was suspended, weirdly.
Oh, was he? Was he?
Yeah, it was a weird one. Like nobody really knew or whatever. I don't know.
Fair play. Iceland, Kosovo. I think this was 1 each the first leg. This is the Iceland team. Almost fully carded. We're only missing a centre mid and a right back. That's kind of fun for such a small team. Some decent players as well there. And they're playing Kosovo, who again, quite well carded for quite a small nation. The defence is actually really handy. Rami, Vojvoda, Pakarada. And yeah, they've got some players, man. They're not to be written off, Kosovo.
Yeah, who'd they play? They played someone yesterday, didn't they?
Iceland.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I think it was 1-1.
They got battered. Like someone won like 3-1.
Maybe double check that.
Sure, it was Kosovo as well.
I've got an Oscarson. I know he scored. Oh no, yeah, Kosovo won 2-1. I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Oscarson scored. Their defence. Look at that. Rami 81, Muric 82 with a last man tackle. Muric. Elvis in the midfield with a goal. It's a tight game. This is promotion and relegation for Nations League. These smaller countries definitely will care about that more than some of the other ones. I know Scotland care. We don't want to lose Division 1 status. We are in cruise control, 1-0 up from the first game. This is my projection for the second game. I think it'll be the exact same team, but I think there's a really strong chance that Christie comes in for McLean, who was okay in the first game, but Christie has been actually playing this position for Bournemouth in the Premier League. So if this is how Clark wants to build the rest of the midfield, with Gilmore, McGinn, McTominay and Ferguson, who are all playing at the top of European football, feels like such an easy play to just put Christie in there. So yeah, let's hope we get 11 out of 11 in this one and put the pressure on Harry, as it were. But yeah, I wouldn't make any changes to my projection on this. Shea Adams as well leading the line against Greece, who looked shit against us. Like Tizolis is a myth. He's not going to make it at the top level. Sorry to break that news to you all. The defence were kind of alright. This Zafiris looked okay when he came on. Taxi Fontas came on and looked crap. Pavlidis came on, looked crap. And yeah, I don't really see Greece having much of a way back into this game. And yeah, won to Scotland. We then move on to Serbia, Austria. This is the Serbia team. I forget what the score was in the first game of this one, but I think it's quite tight coming into the second game. I had a Lionheart, so I can check on him. Yeah, 1 each it was in the first game. Marko Arnautovic and Gregorish were the decisives for Austria, as well as Samardzic here for Serbia. Serbia very much off of vintage, but some decent players all the same. Zivkovic, one of my favourite Blue X's, kicking around. Strong defence, good goalkeeper, nice attackers. But Austria have got a real good club vibe on the go right now, where Ranjik has been quite consistent with his selection, with his tactics, and with everything he's doing with them. And away from home might suit them in this, with the fixture being level. There's pressure on the home team to come out. And yeah, this will be an interesting one. Let's see. Slovenia, Slovakia. I think All Black get the clean sheet in the first game, so I think they're in cruise control. They look to be enlisting a very similar team again against Slovenia, who have a nice defence. They have a couple of good mids. Maybe missing a wee bit of firepower. Belgium, Ukraine, Harry. Ukraine 3-1 up on this one. A bit of a shock, wasn't it?
Hey, no one saw that coming, really, did they? Well, did we? I don't know. Belgium are just all fart, no poo, in they. To be honest, like
Yeah.
it just never seems to just click for them. Yeah, three. Honestly, like, the odds are still massively in favor for Belgium to win this next game, though. I'm not really understanding that. Like, and I mean like massive, like 70 something percent. I'm sure it was. Like, how can you do that if they literally just got beat 3-1 yesterday? Surely it'd be a little bit higher than that, no?
Yeah. I think maybe a little bit of the odds, but like Belgium won 1-0, like they kind of
It
win, but
wouldn't
they
be
don't win.
yeah, fair, but like they just got beat 3-1. I don't know. I just think it feels like a stretch. Was it too? Yeah, 72%. Okay, they're at home this time. Where was the Ukrainian game? I'm guessing it wasn't in Ukraine.
I'm going to say Germany or Hungary or something
Probably
like that.
true. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I don't know. I guess like making them favourites, I get, but 72 just feels a little bit OP. But watch him go blitz them now, 3-0 or something.
Nice team. I think this team looks a bit stronger than what they played in the last game. Munayer started. Castagna, I would say, is a bit of an upgrade at this current day and age.
Doku didn't even get a minute yesterday, mate.
No.
Mental.
So, yeah. This is the Ukraine team, which is a handy outfit as well. Very surprised they got the win. Zinchenko played midfield last time. Looks like they're going to play him right back this time.
Okay.
So, interesting.
He just gets in anyway, doesn't he? just play me somewhere on that field. The goalie, don't matter.
Lunin over Trubin looks to be the shout again.
Yeah. Yeah, Trubin's confidence must be shot to bits.
Yeah, so definitely on a downer at the moment. We then have Croatia, who beat France 1-0 in the first leg.
2-0, I think.
2-0, was it?
Yeah.
So,
There you
yeah,
go.
2-0.
Yeah, and they missed a pen.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah,
Satara on a 97.
Yeah. Kramrich missed a pen in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, did he? He only finished on a 30. Budimir, 61 with one decisive. Perisic, double decisive for 77. Modric and Guardiola, no decisives, along with Satalo, all brought in 70, 64 and 97 points respectively. So the Croatians did their part. It looks like Kolo Muani, Mbappe and Dembele didn't really come together.
Yeah.
Did all three of them? Yeah, all three of them did play together at PSG. Mbappe just left.
Yeah, he would have done then. Yeah.
So that didn't work out in the first game, certainly. Chumeni brought in a 60 on pure AA, which is not a shock, but nice to
Did
see.
you see Livakovic's score?
Yeah, it was like 89 or something. Did you play him?
Yeah. I did, yeah. But I need him to do that this game week for the threshold. I don't need that midweek because it didn't really count for too much.
Fair enough. Tio Hernandez is back in. Barcola looks to come in over Muani. I think that would be an upgrade. Otherwise, the team stays quite consistent. Upamecano in over Kanate on this one. Kanate had an error led to goal or penalty given away or something.
Yeah, and got hooked at halftime.
Yeah. And Croatia looked to play the same team again. I think Stanisic comes in. I don't think it was him that played the first game. Was it Juranovic? No, it was Stanisic. Interesting. Baterina started the last game. Yeah, he's starting this one as well. Yeah, consistency is what they're going for.
Mm-hmm.
Fair play to them.
Same team, yep.
Germany playing Italy. I've got a lot of German cards, Harry.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? Jesus. Goretzka brought in a nice score.
LG's back. LG is back. You can't keep a good man down.
LG does seem to be back, doesn't he? I probably need to fit him in somewhere.
In this Italy team, I did say it before the Germany first game, but I just don't have confidence in them against bigger nations. They just don't have the gumption, it feels like, anymore. It doesn't feel like they've got the quality in the right places anymore. Like, I just look at the wide areas and up front and just think they've not got enough. The midfield is okay. The defence can be solid. But, yeah, I just think this is Germany to get the job done. It'll be tight. Yeah. Ireland, Bulgaria. Ireland got a win, 2 or 3-1 away to Bulgaria last night, or whenever it was. This is how they look to shape up for the second game. Quite the same. Yeah, I think that is the same team that played the first game. Yeah. So yeah, there goes that. Bulgaria. Mitov says 90% here. You guys were telling me he went off injured, so let's not read too much into that. But Krastev got a goal, or a decisive in the last game. He's on to play again, as is Gruev. Two of our guys that have cards. Portugal, Denmark. Denmark won this 1-0, didn't they?
Denmark won, yeah. Hoyland goal.
Yeah. Schmeichel clean sheet was a buzz. So Portugal on the ropes. Really strong team.
Yeah.
Hard to imagine why, but that's the way they find themselves.
Yeah, it's just typical Portugal. Ronaldo Vega gave away a pen, I think. Yeah, he did, because then Costa saved it.
I'm just trying to keep up on the chat, sorry. No Tielemans, sadly. Is that the last night, or?
Not sure. Maybe he's suspended. I think he's suspended. Actually, I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Gus, I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. Try to see your last comment, but it's buried, so let me know what that's about. Signed Celtic shirts always gets my attention. But yeah, minus Eriksson missing that penalty. Denmark love international football, SO5, don't they? So
Yeah,
not a huge surprise. If Eriksson scores a penalty, it'd have just been by the script, wouldn't it?
100%. They're a good team. Very good team.
Lundstrom, Isaacson. Next generation is kind of popping through here, which is fun. And then we've got Spain, Netherlands, which was a 2-2 draw in the first game. Spain, one of those teams where I'm feeling they've got that Japan vibe, where they're doing lots of rotations. Dean Housen's coming in for this one. Been linked to a lot of big money moves. Not a bad minimum fee release on him this summer. Morata is in for... Oh, did Morata start the last game, or was it Perez?
Yeah, he started yesterday.
It was, yeah. I think they thought Perez might have come back in, but no. Oyarzabal comes in for Williams. Olmo comes in for Pedri. Zubimendi looks to retain his spot. And I think left back's a rotation. I don't know if Grimaldo played the first game.
So no, he didn't. You're right. Kabasi got injured yesterday, so Housen came off the bench in like the 30th minute. But apparently he played really well. Like, he got a good AA as well. So hopefully he plays this one.
Should be good. And then Holland coming out swinging. Look to be playing quite an adventurous team. Justin Kluivert and Frimpong on to start this. That's a last minute change. Gertruida coming in at right back as well. Not seen that last time I checked this. But yeah, Depay, Gakpo, De Jong and Reinders all feel quite nailed. The rest of the team, I'd add Van Dijk into that, but the rest of the team is kind of wishy-washy. Don't really know what's going to happen for the most part, I would say.
Hato started yesterday and had a stinker because Timber was, but Timber was ill, I believe. So it looks like he's ready for this one then, according to the predictions.
So Tielemans suspended.
Yeah.
Iosi suspended also. Good catch, guys. Love that. So yeah, I've got a bit of a Spain stack I can play as well, which is fun. I didn't, but I played a Germany stack, but I'm not playing a Spain stack. Don't know why. I just decided not to. Some of the Spain guys are quite good for underdog. L15s are quite low domestically.
Yeah.
That takes us through Nations League. Harry Boy, do you want to take the screen for World Cup qualifiers in Europe?
Yeah, 2 seconds. Let me get Predictify up. International.
Guys, we're not even at 100 likes yet. I cannot believe my eyes. We're about 180 of you are sitting in, tuning in, getting the lineup projections, getting those suspension notifications, getting all the last minute intel. Please, guys, we've got to... Normally, the first thing we do in the first hour is race to 100 likes. We're not far away from it, but come on, guys. We're over an hour in. We need to get to 100, and then we're charging towards 150. You need to get your luck locked in for this game week, guys, because the rotations are going to be mad out there. The leaderboard is going to be crazy, and if you want it to go your way, increase your chances, hit the like button, support the channel, support the show, get into the live chat, drop your fist bumps, and let us know what teams you're running out with this weekend. How did the midweeks do? Any news we've not touched on you want to add into the conversation, fire it all into the live chat.
Well, we're kicking things off with the mighty nation of Cyprus at home to San Marino. I think Cyprus have a double matchup as well. Not many cards, but enough to maybe go around.
Yep.
Andorra have a double matchup, but we don't have predictions for them. But yeah, Latvia we do. Latvia might have a double as well. England are in that same category. So yeah, I was sort of scared to play my Livramento. I'm sure you'll feature in one of them. So many good options. Rice probably being one of the more nailed alongside Jude, Kane. Yeah, Foden. They're all going to play minutes, isn't it? It's just like who and when and why. But both of the matchups are at home, so I wouldn't be worried really playing any of these 15 players. Maybe not the keeper.
playing Albania just feels like a game where Rashford does 100 in it, doesn't it? And everyone goes, "Oh, Rashford, we love you.
He's
Oh,
back. He
he's
hates
worth
United.
150 million. Oh, he's going to
Let's
save
cash
Man
in.
United."
Yeah. Oh, Strakoshan goal. Yeah. Dimichi. I mean, they've got a few players to be fair. Like they're definitely no mugs, but Badrami, your boy.
Behave.
What a finish, by the way. It was him, wasn't it?
No.
Wasn't it?
Didn't
Oh, it
even
was
play.
the Moroccan guy, wasn't it?
Like a man, yeah.
Yeah. Unbelievable strike. Malta. Oh, Teddy Tuma. Teddy Tuma's lads, the Maltese versus the Finnish. Robin Lod. I think Finland, like you said, have a double as well. Hideki in goal. A couple of MLS guys here. Lod, Euronen, and this guy plays for Austin. Okay. Poland are looking pretty good from a double matchup perspective as well. They've got Lithuania first, and I think they play Malta after that. A couple of cards there. Swiderski, Lewandowski, obviously, Szymanski.
Lewandowski hat-trick against Lithuania.
Could easily happen, couldn't it? Can't really write it off.
Huge stat padding fixture, that one, for someone like Lewandowski.
100%. Romania have a double as well as Bosnia, and they play each other first. Rateu, Hadji, Marin, Dragus, Dennis Mann still doesn't have cards after all these years. Unbelievable. Our boy, the brick wall, Vasilj. Yeah, decent team to be fair, Bosnia, but I don't think they're favourites in this one. But their second game, they play somebody really bad, like San Marino or something.
Yeah.
That one's pretty tasty. North Macedonia is looking like a nice one as well. If you can fit, your Almases, Miovskis,
Dimitrescu.
keeper. Yeah, I think he's broke the national record, Quinny. 5 clean sheets in 5.
Love that. Keep it going.
Yeah, so on for 6, hopefully this game week. Moldova play Norway. Tough game for them. A couple of cards, but not too many.
Haaland to score 5.
Yeah, probably. Odegaard 100. One of these fullbacks to just absolutely pop.
Sander Berg could have a big one.
Yeah. If he gets a little DA, even though he can mop up AA. Soroth could do something, couldn't he? He could get a couple of assists for Big Erling. Could easily see that happening. Montenegro versus Gibraltar. A couple of cards here, by the way. Yeah, they've got this. This guy's on fire, by the way, for Lecce. I think it is.
Oh, has he got fire? He's all right. He's a big guy.
Yeah. He scored like he got good AA and stuff for a 9, like decent anyway, not unbelievable, but scores goals. Murisic obviously of Lazio, been around for years. Yeah, they got a couple of cards in probably the best, or one of the best fixtures this weekend.
Yeah, home at Gibraltar should be good.
Yeah, the Czechs, Kovar, Czerny, Schick, Suchek, Kufal, Jurassic, a couple of cards here. Against the Pharaohs, that could be a bloodbath as well. That's the good thing about this threshold thing. Like, although the points target is, I think, quite high, which it kind of should be, but there's so many lopsided matchups that like it kind of makes sense because there should be some monster scores. I think the 5 in season's a bit punchy, but I can kind of see why they've done it. And then we've got Israel at home to Estonia, Mana Solomon, Oscar Gluch, Eli Dassa, Sholmo, Peretz in goal, fit now, which is nice. Baribo might start, but looks like he probably comes off the bench. According to Jonathan, we do have Estonia as well, don't we? Carl Hein, Rocco Sheehan, okay. Carol Metz, a couple of cards. I don't know if I'd be playing them. And then the biggest fixture, Kazakhstan away to the Welsh. They've actually got a couple of cards, haven't they? It looks like.
Yeah.
Which is a bit mad.
I recognise the Besiktas guy, but I didn't know the rest of them.
Yeah, I recognise this guy just because of the I had a Daniel Ukin and it's the same team like in Russia. But and I'm not gonna like make any excuses for us, but like they're not insanely bad. Kazakhstan. Like you look at their recent like results. The last like 5 are terrible. But before that, they were winning games. There was goals going in and they were winning some games.
Who are they playing, but?
Not incredible teams, but they had a few victories that you'd be like, oh, okay.
Tajikistan.
genuinely, there was a couple of tricky ones in there, I promise you. So I'm
Fair.
just making excuses early on for us. But this is what I've predicted.
Did we have Matty Cash there for Poland?
No, he wasn't starting. He might feature in one of the two. It was Frankowski. He was behind. Oh, no, sorry. He has Matty Cash on one side. Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking of another prediction. Yeah,
I'd go Captain Kamada.
Yeah, Kamada all day.
But Cash has that double game week cover. That's a tough one.
Yeah, exactly. See, BR said, remember him beating Scotland. There we go.
Kazakhstan, well, I don't know if they beat us, did they?
Yeah, I'm telling you, mate, they're not bad. The Wales lineup is so hard to predict, like outside of a couple of players. Skoshka, chatting a load of rubbish there, by the way. They're rubbish at rugby. Welsh, us Welsh have got a new national sport now, is football. Mate, honestly, like the striker, the Cabango, Roberts, and the keeper is the tricky one.
17th of February. Kazakhstan lost 2-0 to North Korea.
Mate, North Korea are a good football side. They just hired Ronaldo to play. Messi had a game.
Fair.
To be fair, they just had a friendly. I don't know who they played. They literally played 3 days ago on the 19th. 2 days ago.
Curacao.
Yeah. They're winning games, mate. They're winning games of football. But now, Wales are missing massive players. Ampadu's not there. Harry Wilson, who's been unbelievable for us this season. So a bit of that will have to get spread out between your Brennans, Brookses, and Dan James being back is nice. I don't know who's going to start up front, honestly. Like, it could be Kiefer, it could be Mark, it could be Brennan up front. It could be Brennan up front. It could be Cullen in the 10, Brooks on the right. There could be so many things that could happen here is the issue. And then, like I said, the keeper one is a horrendous one to pick as well. Whoever starts this one, I believe, will be the keeper. Like going into, that's what Bellamy have said. Whoever starts this game should, sort of continue. The issue is there's not many Cardalo cards, so we're kind of screwed in that sense. And then, it's either Cabango plays centre half with Roden, or Roberts goes either right back or left back, and Ben Davis plays centre back. So there's a couple of tough ones to really predict there. I wouldn't be surprised if Roberts plays, but I also wouldn't be surprised if Cabango played. Different players, obviously different positions, but and I'd be shocked if these two don't play. But Bellamy's come out in the press and he keeps sort of waxing lyrical about this Kai Edwards from Motherwell. Like, he's put him into the squad. He's like bypassed the 21s. He's only 17. Like, he's buzzing off him. So I wouldn't be surprised if they try and cap him because he can play for someone else. I think it's England. So I wouldn't be surprised if he gets off the bench and gets good minutes because Bellamy's buzzing off him.
Kai Edwards.
Yeah, I've got 2 of his in-season cards. They're like £1.
They're definitely rare. I've spelt it wrong. The only Kai Edwards I've got coming up
Kai Andrews. Kai Edwards. Andrews, yeah.
Andrews.
Kai.
Andrews it is, yeah.
Yeah.
The other name you said brought up a guy that plays for Connie's Key.
Yeah, not too far off.
That's alright, yeah. £5 for an in-season rare.
Yeah, I bought 2 of his in-season rares for like £1.50 a couple of days ago. I don't think he'll start. Like, I'm not playing him anywhere, but just to keep in the locker, I'm sure Tony Watt will speak.
I'm getting me Ethan Ampadu vibes just when you say that. Just like desperate to cap a guy because he's good,
Exactly that, man. I don't know. We should win. Like, I'm not expecting us not to win. I just don't know who's going to start up front, centre half, and in goal. Basically, that's my biggest worries. And then these are the second. Yeah, I'll know from Cov, yeah. This is the second lot of fixtures. So Lithuania have a double, as do Finland. We're not going to really know how all these look realistically because so much can happen in that first game. Latvia, Romania, we've already seen them. Have we done the Ecuadors in that?
Yeah, we've done them all, mate.
Yeah, okay. Well, I guess we got to go to the worst competition on the game.
I forgot there was contender stuff open. Wow, a wee bit of K-League.
Yeah, and the whole of La Liga too.
Really? Oh yeah, I'm not a big surprise. I suppose they always play for internationals, don't they?
We've got every game. Literally
is contender open? No, it won't be, will it?
Because nobody's licensed outside of the K-League. Big Aff and Grubber. I don't know if I did Alden, you said there, did I? But yeah, these can basically go in under 23, underdog, all-star. Just better than nothing.
Yeah. If you could go back to the Morocco one after you fly through that, Harry.
Yeah.
Bartek missed it, I think.
No worries. Sporting Gijón. Deportivo. Tenerife.
FC Sol, you're going to get banned from the chat, buddy. Do not condone. Do not
Love
condone
that,
this
FC
type
Sol.
of behaviour.
I love it. Keep it coming. What was it? International Morocco.
There you go, bud.
Good team, by the way. Mazraoui, Aguad, Hakimi, Bono, Abdi, Unahi, Ben Seguia, Brahim, Amrabat, Al Nasseri. Good team.
Should be a ripper.
Yeah. Very good team. FC Sol says, not my words. Don't shoot the messenger.
You typed them, mate.
Well, you don't know that. No proof.
Well, these are your words, FC Sol. Receipts are on the internet, buddy.
Somebody could have hacked him.
This isn't like an argument with my wife where you can pretend that you've said something different 2 minutes later and try and get away with it. Receipts are there. Sorare too. Yeah, I forgot about him. He's been good for Lille, hasn't he?
Yeah, good little winger.
I think I saw the lineup projections we've got, Harry Boy. It's just a matter of shaking the teams out. Will we do a wee bit of common mode action?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Can you pick anyone, or is it just internationals? I guess.
I've got it yet, buddy, to be honest with you.
I'll be honest, I don't even know where it exists.
It's warm up in the top tiles.
Yeah, I got you. I need to inject my team over first. Let me inject.
You can even pick MLS players in it this week.
Can you really? That's funny. Get just a full Seattle stack.
So many good games as well. It should be shooting fish in a barrel, you would think. The prize pool is 500 spots on the leaderboard, so there's no target threshold thing to get done. England's double game week is Albania and Latvia. It's just criminal.
Yeah, you probably got to go England players, honestly.
Oh, so many good forward choices as well.
All right, let's have a look. You've got to go. Honestly, I think I'm just going to go basically full England. Pickford
the Welshman.
Nah, I'll have to add a little bit of Welsh spice in there. I'll add Nico in there. It's just a double game week, isn't it? Like, it's just so OP. It's just stupid. You can play one limited. Yeah.
It has to be in season.
Yeah. I've got a couple that I'm not using. Should I do it? Well, this is showing I don't have to be in season, Quinny. No. Yeah. Oh, no.
I'm sure it's one in season. I might be wrong.
Yeah, I think you're right. It shouldn't show me that then. Come on, Sorare.
See at the bottom. See when you hover over the rules.
Yeah, it says
the
like
bottom thing.
One min. Yeah. Do I even bother playing the cost? Well, I guess he even get. He doesn't even get that much bonus. He only gets like his 6% over 0. I'm not even bothering. There's no point doing that. Normally it was like 20, wasn't it? Plus the XP of the card.
Yeah, it was like limited gets a bit of a buffer. Yeah, you're right. I've just looked at. I was going to play Kasper Schmeichel in goals, but yeah, the bonus maybe is even worth it.
I know. Oh, he does get 25 when it submits, apparently.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just leave him in there then.
Harry, think you have to go full MLS for the weekly mission. Do I? What is the weekly mission? What is the weekly mission? Have an MLS player hit 2 decisive. Yeah, but I have like 10 MLS lineups. Do I need him in my warm-up? Like I have a ton of MLS though.
That's maybe a wee bit smart. Like, who
One,
did we
two.
say was like Seattle? Who's going to rip for Seattle? Rusnak?
Probably Rusnak, yeah. Maybe roll down if you want. Maybe Moe. Like, yeah. Bruno. I think I want somebody with double. Yeah, I'm going Jude. I'm English for today.
I went with Jude in mine as well.
It's hard not to, isn't it? Do you just go with like Erling and just hope he just smashes 100?
I went with Haaland.
I knew it. I can read you like a book.
That's my team.
Oh, Akraf. So you, Kavic. Yeah, that's a nice one. I like Kavica. That's nice.
I was tempted with Lewandowski at home to Lithuania, double game week as well. But Haaland against Moldova, I just see him scoring 5 in games like that. You know, he's been doing that since he was 12 or whatever.
Yeah. I'm mixing it up. MLS and England. That's my little concoction.
Nice.
It's got to be Captain Jude, though, hasn't it? Double game week.
I went Captain Haaland just because I expect him to rip.
Yeah. Ooh, they play tonight, do they, England?
Friday night curse. Friday night curse.
Oh, I might have to retract my statement here. My team.
It's a Friday night curse.
No. In a way, I kind of don't mind it. Like, I'm hedging my bets here. If England shit the bed, I'm happy as just a human being, right? But from a Sorare perspective, I'm happy if they don't do that. That's hilarious.
Do we think the Morocco game is scored properly? That is a bit of a chance I'm taking on the Hakimi. Maybe I'll de-risk that, but I just seen him there against Niger. I'm like, oh, surely he just tears it up.
Dark Society, come on now. Level
Cheeky.
20 Layson isn't going anywhere. Come on now. Yeah, Andres, I do think that is a worry for sure. To a degree.
I'm maybe going to change my defender now. Oh, did I maybe take Alex Roldan as my defender?
He could smash. I've only got his mid card in rare, so it's a bit annoying. But yeah, for the...
It's a brave pick, but isn't it?
It's kind of brave. Yeah, it is. All the double game weeks played tonight got you.
Nice. So this must be a Friday, Monday thing then.
Why wouldn't it score? Someone said, why wouldn't it be scored properly? You haven't been around long enough to know how Opta operates.
Yeah, some of these places in rural territories, they'll just maybe last minute go, oh, decisives only. So 35s and 60s just come up everywhere. It's just not any good.
Nope. I've got 4 double game weeks in my 1 international nights.
Ooh.
The Poland, Romania, Bosnia boys. And then I've got the forward with just 1 game. Be nice if I had 2 for the forward, but no, I don't. Little Welsh, North Macedonian mixture here. Who they play each other in the midweek. At least you laughed at my newbie comment.
Love it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to that. I've managed to get a super lineup out, Quinny.
Oh, wow. GG's.
Yeah. Livakovic, Brooksy, Howson, Bardaki, and I bought a Miovski for like 30 quid to do it.
That's nice. Ah, well, Miovski's got a good game for it. He's been pretty shit this year.
He has, hasn't he? He's been shocking.
Yeah. It's funny because when he was leaving Aberdeen, Celtic fans were like, oh, we should be signing Miovski. And when I seen Girona bought him, I was like, okay, maybe I've been a bit harsh on this guy, but he's not. I'm not surprised he's not done much in La Liga, you know.
No, I agree. But he looked ridiculous in Scotland, I thought. Like watching the games. Like I really rated him.
He was good. I just thought people made too much about him.
Could you argue Girona have been rubbish as well, though?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like he's probably come there at the wrong time, like at the worst time ever.
Yeah, that's probably quite true.
That's my only worry with that one. I hate the Tuesday games.
Eric Hemlin went for this.
Pickford, Aguero, Jude, Kane, Brahim. I don't know if you. I don't know the Morocco one. Like defenders, I'd be picking Hakimi there. I don't know why you would go with the centre back when Hakimi's on everything.
If it's a common team.
Yeah, like if you've got pick of the bunch.
Well, I don't think he's good enough, personally. Harry's tried to cut him a bit of slack. I don't.
No, I like him. I thought he stood out personally in Scotland.
Aye,
I really did.
Definitely deserved a move, but I thought Girona was a step a bit high. Nice looking teams there, Harry boy as well.
Yeah, a couple of well, they're not good. Well, no, they're just 4-mans because Bulker won't start. And I don't think Danny Ward will. He might, but I really don't think he will. But yeah, it's just in season for me. In season, bit of underdog. The rear lineup should all play on paper. Again, Danny Ward's the killer there. And then in season MLS, looking pretty fun.
Yeah, it's looking good.
I'm missing my goalie. I don't have the Red Bulls second keeper, so Stefan Fry has to step in there, which is fine. And then Big Sean John. I like this team if Brady wasn't Brady. And then
wow, Kieran M's warm-up squad is basically all MLS.
Wow. Duggan.
Brave.
That's a big shout. Quinny, I bought in a plain under-23 keeper for the weekend. Remember my Mr. Midweek Adventures? It's transformed into the international break now. He's playing for the worst team in Spanish Division 2. They concede like 3 goals every game, and I don't care.
Yeah, he's got a super rare in my Girona collection that I've never managed to get my hands on. He's only got 2.
The older version. Yeah.
Aye, and like they never come up for sale for anything mental or for anything that's not mental.
Mm-hmm.
So that's annoying he's playing, because that'd have been handy to have, but I guess maybe not too much. I've not got much La Liga too.
I've got a little all-star. Yeah, I've got a lot of teams going out, to be fair. Yeah.
I've got 22 teams listed.
Have you? Yeah, I've got 22 as well. That's funny.
I suppose MLS batches it up a bit. I'll show you what I've got. Have you been through yours? Sorry.
Yeah, I've kind of just scrolled through that.
The under 23s underneath that or anything now?
Well, yeah, that is
Oh, sorry, that's what we were on. Yeah. Apologies. Oh, the Fudias, of course. That could do really well. Brennan, mate. Brennan's going to rinse. Brennan's on for a great game week.
Brennan, Nico, Raho, Yamin. I just need Yamal to play because he was rubbish yesterday. But yeah, 100. I don't know. We'll see. What have you got cooking?
This is what I've went for. I've got a super rare 5-man team this week, thankfully. So
nice.
Let's cross our fingers and toes that works out well. International nights. This is the team I picked first, the one with De Bruyne and Caicedo. Just going with Oscarson, Ralston, and Dimitrievski to lace up with them. Hopefully that goes well. And I've got Aguerd in the in-season team here with Maeda, Boyle, Frenkie, and Casper. Just kind of see how that goes. The classic team, I've got a Germany stack with All Black. And then I've kind of did a best of the rest with double game week for Silge. Danny Olmo, I'm still a wee bit... He should do alright, but I'm not pure confident on him. And Maeda's expected to play, so I'll just take the chance with him there. Ayo Tanaka expected to play also. What's this? Underdog? This is the team I picked first. So Gordon, Robbo, Zubimendi, Kamada, and Oyarzabal. Feels like a really strong underdog list. And then the second team's just a bit... It was literally one of the last teams I actually built overall. But Kang is in there. Let's just see what happens with him. Abada's got 2 games, not projected to start. MLS. Gutman. What do I do about this? I think I have to de-risk him, don't I?
Yeah, probably.
So where do I slide him down to de-risk him? Do I slide him all the way back to limited? And then pull people up? I think I probably do. So I'm probably just going to shuffle my defenders all up a spot. And then move him down. So I'll probably just make that quick alteration now. So I just don't want it to be fucked. Essentially. I'll probably change the captain in that case as well. So see, I did fancy Chicago to have a good one. With this team, I'll probably... I'll put Gutman in this team. Because if this team doesn't do well, I won't be that annoyed. Personally. And at least the first team is protected with the in-season goalkeeper. And then this team is like an NYC outfit anyway, so putting him in there yeah, screw it. These are my classic lineups. I got this wee Pedrinho guy in because he was one of my last budget guys I fancied bringing in from my pre-season analysis, but he's now not projected to start, so I might need to deal with that. Who did I have in the limited one? I'll just shape them around. I had another Bakrar, so I'll probably just swap that round. Using our lineup, and Bakrar number 14, I think it is. No, that's a rare one, so it must be number 12 I'm after then, isn't it? Number 12 Bakrar, there we go. Confirm, yeah, limited, take him out of that. And then we'll slime that wee guy into the limited lineup, and if he gets off the bench or something, cool. But if not, no harm in crying over spilled milk. Quite excited for the Aman, Forsberg, Choupo-Moting, like this team. Obviously, it's got Sean John in goal, so it's got a bit of a handicap on it potentially. Full NYC classic stack could be fun. But, and then some training lineups, and then a limited in-season throwaway effort. Captain Freeze, why not? I've got a bit of a giveaway, Harry. I've hidden it in one of my videos, so I'm not going to tell all you guys listening which one it is. Yeah, I kind of caught that earlier, David. Sorry, that's why I was shuffling them around, but thanks for the nudge again in case I did miss it. But I'm going to give away, because I've got 2 Legets now. I've got 3 Legets, Harry, because I got the jersey version this week. So I'm going to give away the classic, the in-season, and I've got another Monsef Brakara in-season I bought this game week, just because I know he's going to play, and he was like $5. So I thought, fuck it. Just bring him in. So I've got a Bakrar and 2 Legets to give away. It's hidden on the channel in a video somewhere. If you're keen, you'll find it.
Easter egg.
Yeah. So, yeah, get to use them this game week, and then I'll be giving them away. Brian Gutierrez on international duty put a bit of pressure on me as well for just positions and spots. Under 23, Harry, I would say, I don't know if I'd say I prioritised it, but I put all my best under 23s together. I don't know what this really says about the quality of lineup I've got, but it will be D1 capable. I finished 10th in the midweek. I'm pulling a tier 5, but we're gaining promotion. Valdemarson, Guardiol, Soboslai, Bakrar, and Captain Take. Just if Take plays, it happens. If he doesn't, it doesn't. And then down here, what's this we've got? Is this All-Star? I guess it must be. I put Mitov in this team, so I just don't have any faith Mitov is going to play. But I gave him some players in case he does. Nice. And then unlimited. I've got 3 limited Schmeichels now, Harry. And I got my second rare Schmeichel this week as well.
You're all Schmeichel out, aren't you? Ready for next year as well?
Yeah. Well, I'll need them for classics and stuff. And then, yeah, best of Europe or warm-up we've just did with my third Schmeichel. Get him some XP and whatnot. So, yeah, 22 teams. How many DNP keepers do we have? 1, 2, 3. So it's at 19 teams of actual, like, yeah, maybe 18 if Mitov is a bust, but quite good for international.
Yeah, it's looking good, mate. Love it.
Yeah, I think I've done the right thing with Gutman just by moving him down.
2 seconds, I'll be back.
Just moving him down a wee touch and moving him across. Harry Boy will be back with us in a wee minute. But yeah, that's the lineups, guys. That's the projected lineups. We're 20 minutes away to the deadline. One of the other things that we had, sorry, a release this week as well. I was going to touch on it in a video, but maybe we still will. But they've released the next tile in the missions segment on the play page, and it's daily missions. Now, I don't know if it's going to change what it is, right? But on this current daily mission, earn 200 XP for each player you select that gets a decisive in today's matches. So this is daily gameplay. Can I change it, or how do I look at it? Yeah. So I went with Skorupski. I've only got goalkeepers playing today, basically, but I went with Skorupski. I went with Vasilj as well, and I went with Moses Caicedo. Just because, why not? I don't really have many more options. I could take a Guerd, perhaps. But yeah, I don't really have many other options. So, yeah, let's see if we get some XP for that. The XP is paid out individually per player, I think. So, yeah, I've got the potential to pull 600 XP, 400 of which would be rare, 200 of which would be super rare based on the players I've selected. So, I never really got to grips with this the other day when they released it. But I listened to Nep's video about it this morning, and he explained it quite well. And I thought, fantastic, I'm going to make sure I do that. Kind of like I used to do Rivals, where I just kind of make sure I click in. If I got anything worth playing, yeah, I do. Get them out there, and then forget about it.
I went 1 for 1 yesterday. I picked Kochu to get a DA and he got one like first game. So, and then 8 hours ago, your task decisive completed on March, whatever, auto claimed. You receive your 200 essence, so 200 XP. Sorry. So yeah, it works. It works. I haven't done it for today yet, but I will. Let's do Poland. Frankowski.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Look how many Gianettises you have. Do you know you could play all three of them as well? That was a great detail that Nep brought to my attention as well.
Could you?
You could just play. You can play multiples of the same guy if you've got them. So if you've got like 3 Lewandowskis, or you've got guys in different scarcities that are the same, you know, whatever.
Yeah. That's clever, that is.
You can just rinse it.
Huh. Yeah, that is really clever. They have a double game week, but yeah, I wouldn't. I guess for the dailies, it doesn't matter. But yeah, 2 Polish. I don't know who I pick for my third. Let's go big. Let's go Vasilj. Nah, they're up against it. They are.
I think they're good for a clean sheet, by the way.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Boom.
I went
We're
with
in.
Vasilj.
We're in. The lock is
Locked and
just
loaded.
before the game.
Is it?
Actually, so yeah.
And is that individually per player? Does that lock the full free? Do you know, Harry?
No, it's per player.
Per player.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, it's
FC
nice.
Sol, just realised I've not banned you from the chat yet. You got lucky this time. Don't let it happen again.
Yeah, you got off them.
But yeah, I think that's kind of all she wrote, Harry. We're kind of at the end there, but we've still got the deadline to run to. What else has been happening this week? Did you go craft for Daft?
Yeah, I did a couple. Yeah, I got a Barrios, like a rare Barrios, which was nice from a tier 5 plus. I only had.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. And then for super rares, I got a Jada O'Brien, which was nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was quite happy with that. And then I degened into 2 buys to get more essence. I needed like 3 essence. Yeah, I needed 3. I was on 7. And I ended up getting this guy who actually takes some set pieces for Salt Lake. He's not like fully nailed, but there's a few scores in there. He could come in handy over the course of the season. So yeah, that was my the extent of my super rare degening. But yeah, what about you outside of the Caicedo?
I went a bit ham. I bought a bunch of limiteds to give away and stuff like that, and craft a bunch of limiteds for member giveaways.
Nice.
But outside of that, I crafted Caicedo, and for rare, I ended up doing like 2 crafts. Yeah, I got 2. So I got Caicedo, and then I got Tobers, who I thought maybe playing for Latvia, but it hasn't showed up in any page that we've looked at so far. But they just signed him in the January window from Switzerland, where he was all right. And
Yeah.
I think I seen him play against Celtic. He was all right against us. You know, probably be all right. SPFL, Aberdeen centre back. Just kind of all right, isn't it?
Yeah, take it.
But this was a big move for me this week. I kind of mentioned it earlier, Harry, but I was doing gallery reviews on a Tuesday with the FC Barcelona and the channel members. And one of the themes that was coming up, I don't know if you've had a bit of this recently, but people are already preparing ahead for, like, you know, how many of these in-season cards do I need to retain for Classic next year? Or what am I doing for next year? Do I sell? What do I do? And this is something I had in the back of my mind anyway to do. After doing that, it was quite at the front of my mind. And then when I looked at the market, Schmeichel was owned by 2 traders. So I went after it with one of them. And I kind of actioned a little bit of advice that I normally do tend to do this time of year. Granted, the in-season thing hasn't been a strategy point, but the point in the previous times has been players get cheaper towards the end of the season because they're running out of utility, people get desperate, they want to cash out, that kind of thing. But I basically threw a bunch of fodder at him. Balcom, in-season keeper, I had 2 of them, so I gave away 1. He wanted Van der Voort in the trade, which is on the bench. I'm going to get a Red Bull Van der Voort anyway, if I can't get the OG version back in. But then the rest of these guys, Harry, are all guys I picked up for fuck all just to make some lineups once in a while. Tyrone Mings in season, Rafa Marin in season, Nordi Mukiele, Chao Henrique all in season, Lager BLK in season, who's doing quite well, Salazar, who I got for a transfer that fell through, and then Jonas Urbig was the one that made me think I can do this deal now. It's a card I won last year. I was really happy to win him. He's wearing green and white on it as well. It's beautiful. He's just moved to Bayern. Yada yada. But his price is spiky now because Neuer's injured, and that won't last for very long. You know.
Clever. Yeah.
So make hay while the sun shines with the Urbig value being inflated. And like, what have I given up here? Urbig, Lager BLK,
Not a ton, Henrique.
bit of fodder. You know,
Mate, what? No cash either.
no cash.
Wow, yeah, that's really good, isn't it?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. 2 seconds, I'll be back now.
So that's me get 2 Schmeichels at rare. I got my third one at limited. So I'll also have 3 limited in-season Schmeichels to use for this season. But then next season, that means any limited classic stuff I've got with my depth, I just slide those Schmeichels in there, and I never need to worry about goalkeeper depth. And for rare, I do want a third Schmeichel by as soon as possible. But depending on if I can make another trade like that happen or not, will determine whether I get it or not. Because I'm not going to spend over the odds for it. But having 2 is a big advantage, just for consistency and being able to optimize collection plays and stuff like that. Urbig's injured now as well. Tobers is injured. He's Latvia captain. Very good intel. Thanks very much, guys. So it is just banter, as long as you know that. Thanks very much. We've got a card to give away thanks to FC Sol and his terrible banter today. So thanks very much, mate. We've got Luciano Vietto. I don't know, is he one of the challenger teams that's playing this game week? Racing? No, I don't think we've seen Racing, did we? No, it was K-League. So we'll give this guy away to the live chat before we get to the deadline. As Harry sings some lullabies to baby trades. Let me think. Right, so live chat. Oh, good. So live chat. We'll have a wee question ready for you in a second. While I'm thinking of the question, the preparation you need to do if you want to enter this competition is type your Sorare manager name in, but do not send it in as a comment just yet. Just have it there, locked and loaded and ready to go. I'll come up with a question. I'll tell you the question in the format of the answer that we're asking for, and then it's fastest finger first. I need to see your squad name there, or how I find you on Sorare, your manager name, whatever it is, so that I can just send the card straight to you. No quibble, no hassle, no fuss. If you don't have your manager name in there, I cannot count it as an entry. Some people do like to play for fun. They don't want to get involved in the giveaways, and that's how I'll determine who's doing it for fun or not, is if you have your Sorare name in the answer. Now I need to go get a question. Okay. Now the answer is going to be a serial number, a Sorare card serial number. So when I'm asking for a serial number as the answer, I want the full serial number. Out of 1,000, out of 100, out of 10, whatever, and whatever I want the full number, right? David Alves, you've sent your name in too early. You've sent that in too early. Keep that to yourself, buddy. Edgar on Twitch, good to see you as well. But yeah, locked and loaded and ready to go, right? So the answer is going to be a serial number, and I need the full serial number. Okay. Me and Harry Trades were just talking about craft for half. The star card, if I can say that, the best card that I crafted was a Moses Caicedo, best crafted of the year. What is his serial number of the Moses Caicedo that I crafted? Rude, trying to get ahead of the game, thinking it's going to be Schmeichel. I love the effort, Rude. And do you know what? You were not actually too far away from the actual correct answer, which was Boyson. It was 90 out of 100 for the Moses Caicedo. And do you know, that was a sneaky one, because with Rude trying to jump the gun, Harry, he thought I was going to say, what serial number of Schmeichel did I get? And he went with 9. So it's only actually 1 digit out, which is quite sneaky.
Yeah, that is sneaky.
But the correct answer is Boyson. So congratulations to you, mate. We'll send you over the Vietto, which is a player you like, Harry, isn't it?
Yeah, Vietto's come out of nowhere again from the pits of... I can't remember where he was. Was he not Saudi? He was somewhere mental. I'm sure he was.
I remember him being a wee wonder kid back in the day.
Yeah.
Maybe Atletico Madrid or something signed him at one point, or...
Yeah, he had a good move at some point, and then he just went into No man's land, it feels like. Where did he go?
Edgar, I would love to do that, buddy, but on this show, this is a deadline show where we go to the Sorare deadline, which ends in 8 minutes. But once a week, me and Harry Trades do that sort of thing for the members that join our channel, where we crack open galleries and we look at what you should buy, what you should sell, how good is the team going, any mistakes that are made, anything you could double into, that sort of thing. So would love to help, buddy, but can't do it today. And yeah, subscribe to me, subscribe to Harry Trades. You'll find one of the streams we're doing, and feel free to jump in there. Those streams don't normally make it to Twitch for me, certainly. I don't know about you, Harry. They're normally YouTube only. So yeah, YouTube for that one, Edgar. I do mine on a Tuesday. I normally used to do it on a Monday, but I've moved it to Tuesday now. So I'm making Monday in my head MLS day and MFL day, just to do all my stuff from catch up everything on a Monday. So Tuesday it now is generally for my gallery reviews and whatnot. Thursday for lineup building. And guys, we've had another card donated for giveaway. Sorry, Harry, on you go.
I was going to say it's nice to not have too much deadline drama jeopardy.
Yeah, it's nice to be quite chill.
Once. Yeah.
We've got another card to give away, Harry boy. I don't know if you want to come up with a question for this one, because it's one of your faves at the moment.
Benacer. Wow, okay. Yeah, I'll have a little...
Slam Duncan, thanks to you, by the way.
Yeah, great giveaway card, that is. Wow. Let's have a look.
We have a lot of teams. Edgar's like, what the fuck? Only just started. I suppose if you have just started looking at me and Harry's lineups, it will be a bit like, whoa, how do you deal with all that? Because there's a lot going on, isn't there?
There is.
You've got a question. Right, so guys, same as before. Pre-type your manager club name. Don't send it, but pre-type it. Harry will tell us the format of the answer, and then he'll give us the question, and it's fastest fingers first.
The format is just the name of this footballer.
Surname only?
Yeah. It's kind of a tricky one, but yeah. Who was the highest scoring Brazilian player last night against Colombia? And you might know why I've said it's kind of tricky.
It was mentioned earlier. It was mentioned earlier. Harry made a faux pas with his construction of what he normally does and what he talked himself into. So, oh yeah, I don't actually know that. I don't know the right answer to that.
Ooh, they're flying in.
Oh, it's maybe a bit of a trick one as well.
Two players scored like really closely.
Yeah.
Together, basically.
Both double decisive.
Yep. Both double decisive. Ooh. So I'm seeing here the first correct answer is Skoska. Andrews, love it. No, I've got Dobbsy here with Rafina.
I've got Dobbsy as well. Now, do we penalise him for spelling?
I was going to say, yeah, he missed out the H, didn't he? Huh.
And saying that,
so did Ben.
When is the first the first correct spelling is like Keenan. The fifth answer?
Yeah, Keenan G. I mean, that's not his name, is it?
So we're disqualifying it.
Well, I don't know. I'm a big fan of Dobbsy. He's a good mate of mine as well. So that does feel harsh. But bias aside, I mean, is that his name, Quinny? I don't know. I'm just asking you the question.
I think if I had the right name, I would be annoyed that he won it.
Okay, that's fair.
That's what I think.
So yeah,
I think you spell it in Welsh.
Dobbsy's not wrong.
So I think I would go with the correct spelling personally.
Yeah, award accuracy. Someone said there, which yeah, I can kind of get behind.
Keenan.
But then you go, is his name all in capital letters?
Well, we didn't really. I don't worry about the caps. Caps lock and all that.
I don't know. There's levels to this, isn't there?
So that means if we were going to take it to that level, I guess you're not gonna let this guy win because he's got non-capital R.
No, you wouldn't be able to.
So that would mean you would want Graham with the perfect everything.
Yeah, Rapinia.
Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm quite happy with Keenan.
Yeah,
on all
Graham will
caps.
probably donate it. Actually, I don't know. Oh, Andreas said his real name is Rafael Diaz Beloli, or whatever his name is.
And Harry did
But
say last name only.
I did say last name only. But that's why I said it's a tricky one, right? Because his name is whatever that is. There's no two names, you know. There's a name. So
I'm gonna give the W to Keenan here. I'm happy
yeah,
with the all
I think
caps.
Keenan deserves it.
I'm gonna go Keenan.
GG's.
GG's Keenan. Congratulations to you. I'll send that over just now.
You guys are like VAR.
It is like VAR, isn't it?
Yeah, letter of the law. I mean, come on.
That's why I always like, what does the answer need to be first, just to make sure we're all on the same page and then people don't get upset. Maybe we should include capitals next time.
Yeah, I think we should.
But Benicera's on his way to you, Bolton Wanderers fan. Keenan, congratulations, mate. TJ Doc, I think no, not TJ Doc. Someone was right close, but they misspelled. The fastest finger first thing got the better of them. Zildrax squeezed a wee G in there.
Oh, Zildrax.
It's close. And Juck's very creative spelling for Rafinha. He's done it phonetically there. He knows that there's meant to be something else in that word.
Yeah, just not the H.
Some people went for Marquinhos, which is a left field one. I thought it was going to be Vinny. I thought it was going to be Vinicius because of your thing.
Ah, okay, yeah. Look, Slam Duncan says mental that the correct spelling was the minority.
It is. It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. I think his name is one of those where, like, if you ask somebody, well, clearly, but like, you wouldn't think it's kind of spelled that way.
Yeah, the second H is a slippy one.
Yeah, like you see his name enough, but you don't like analyze it enough to know that there's a sneaky H in there.
But I think, like, see, whenever I've done it before, because also I've got his cards, so sometimes I mention him in chat or whatever. See, when you do type it, like, the way most people typed it, you know it's wrong when you look at it.
Just looks too small, doesn't it?
You look at it and you're like, something's missing.
Yeah, it's missing. It's missing, like, yeah, something clearly.
That's some buzz. Guys, we're 1 minute to the deadline. Harry, how you feeling? Confident? Cushy?
Yeah, relatively. I'm excited. Yeah,
Chill?
I'm excited. Yeah, chill enough. What about you?
I'm quite happy. I'm so buzzing I got that Caicedo.
Yeah, such a fun card, that.
Yeah, it's been
It's
better.
perfect timing as well.
Aye, good timing. We better midweeks actually. I forgot about that.
There was a couple of concussions and stuff. Allison went off with concussion.
Oh. Ah. Of course. That makes some sense. Yeah. I'm feeling good. I'm quite excited. I'm hopeful. The thing with international break is you really don't care about how well the teams do that you put out. You do care, right? But when they die or when they fail, you're not like, pure beat up about it too much. We're in. Locked and loaded, guys. Game week is live. Game week 64 is up and running. I wish you all the best of luck.
Buzzing for it.
And then next midweek, we've got a select your target international. Another warm-up mode.
Wales
select your target
again.
looking like? Essence again. Is it the same script as last midweek? No, it's actually down. Only 50 essence for top target.
Scores down as well, though.
460 to 450.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not a ton going on, is there, this midweek? Not a ton going on. Paraguay play. Yeah, I'm low on goalies here. That's weird. Barca play, don't they, somehow?
Barca Osasuna got cancelled recently, and they genuinely cannot fit it anywhere else in the calendar. So they asked for Rafinha to be sent back from Brazil early. Brazil said no. They asked for somebody else to be sent back early. They get told no. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. If you've got an Osasuna stack, by the way, might be a fun random game week.
That's funny. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes, we got J League somehow. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
250 Essence Rare Craft, and he got Raya and Craft for half. Good or meh?
I mean, he's got to be a star, isn't he? Like,
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, yeah, because 250, but I mean, you take it. You probably want an outfielder, I guess, depending on your gallery, but you probably take a Raya, wouldn't you?
I don't think so. Yeah. Ronald Araujo and Kubarsi. That's who they asked for. Yeah. So Ronald Araujo isn't coming back early, and Kubarsi
Kabasi's
maybe
injured.
gets injured, didn't he? So maybe they send him back early. Couldn't have done him a favour.
No, just what Barca needed. Because I think Inigo's out, isn't he? Like the Martinez.
Nice. They might have no defenders. And then J League will be the Friday morning game pre-deadline.
Yeah. Okay.
Excellent, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. There's a giveaway hidden on the channel, so be sure to catch up with the content. Make sure you get involved in that. Again, there'll be no GF Friday tonight. It's going to be a nice night round about Glasgow, so the family have booked me out. So I'll be in a pub somewhere, getting fed and drunk and whatever. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy your Friday nights and everything else, guys. I might be back over the weekend. Maybe do some MFL action or a wee bit of random stuff or whatever. We'll see what happens. So there's been no end product this week either. Maybe that'll happen over the weekend, and with no GF Friday, I always just feel like there's a wee bit of unfinished business with the week. You know, we've had a wee bit of chat here, which is fun, but I always like having people on and just going over what's been going on, and it's been quite a busy week, you know. So stay tuned. Make sure to turn on the notification bell and all that good stuff in case something pops up over the weekend. But otherwise, Harry Trades, it's been an absolute pleasure, my man.
Yeah, pleasure, mate. Yeah, good luck for this upcoming international weekend outside of La Liga 2 and the old Dusty K League and a bit of Peru. And yeah, all the best, lads.